Tap the screen, share the live. What's up, everybody? Faith is not a virtue. Y'all know what it is. Give me one moment. I'm just setting up my live stream now. On YouTube, that is. Okay. Tap the screen, y'all. Share the live. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hopefully well. Let me see what page I'm on. Okay, I'm on the right one. Faith is not a virtue. Faith is gullibility. Faith is dishonesty. Faith is blindness. It is the absence of reasoning. It should not be respected. It should be detested, as should all forms of ignorance. Willful ignorance, I would meant to say. Excuse me. What's up, Ruthless Reggie? How you doing, bruh? What's up, Celtics? I'm not a fan of the Celtics, but what's up? What's up, Volunteer? Hopefully everybody had a good Valentine's Day if y'all celebrate that, if y'all believe in that. It's cold in a lake of fire. Ha 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 ha. There's no such thing as the lake of fire. They got that shit from Dante's Inferno. Tap the screen, share the live. Only two groups of people on earth that believe in hell are Christians and Muslims, not even Jewish people. And they made up your whole theology. Y'all miscomprehending the fucking text. Atheism is not education. Okay. According to who? Because I can disprove that whole statement very easily with your book and with real life shit. But I'll save it for you when you decide to come up here. Tap the screen, share the live. What's up, Squash? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody on Instagram? Man, he was creeping. My live, I thought we was cool. What you mean? How was I creeping alive? Prove a universe can be created without a creator? I don't got to, because you can't prove that the creator with that the universe was created. So that don't make no sense. How you doing anyway, Cherry? Hopefully good. Hopefully your Valentine's Day was up. I just heard a knock on the wall. Sounds like my neighbor's having a good Valentine's Day, y'all. I'm getting them shells dusted over there. Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Satan don't exist. Jesus don't exist. The only thing in that sentence that exists is Nazareth. Glory FM radio. Pathetic. An adult believing in myths. Tap the screen, share the live, y'all. Faith is gullibility, dishonesty, blindness, and the lack of reasoning. It should not be respected. It should be detested. What's up, Ukraine bound? What's up, vision? What's up, confidence? Whatever that means. What's up, pretty cat? How you doing? Shit, chilling. bored. Took me a little quick nap. Now I'm ready. Thank you. I got a red one too. We got this Nike outlet not too far from where I live. I ain't been in a while. And that's purposeful because I got a little bit of a shoe addiction. I probably got, I need to sit and count how many pair of shoes I probably got at least about 60 or 70 pair of shoes. And I call myself wearing them off too. I don't know how I be doing it when I only got 2 fucking feet. But we'll see. Tap the screen, share the live.
Hi, Reggie.
What's up, bro? It's about some new shit too. Got me wanting to step out. Yeah, it was relatively nice for Ohio today. It was about like 50 degrees. So,
Man, I can't wait until summer finishes. I just can't wait. Here in Australia, it gets like 35, 45 degrees Celsius. And like, I feel like I'm in a sauna every day.
yeah, snow here right now, but hold that thought, Sean. Let me get your age and religion.
42, Christian.
Faith is not a virtue. It's gullibility, dishonesty, and blindness. It's also the absence of reasoning. Faith should not be respected. It should be detested.
That's a lot, man. Oh my God. All right. Well, it is all perspective, you know what I mean? Regardless if I have faith in something or not, life's still going to happen. God's still going to play his game. We're going to play our games. And somewhere you try to fit in there.
No.
So if you don't have faith,
the first thing you said is true.
Yes.
Irregardless, if you have faith or not, life is going to go on. I'm not playing God's game. God is not playing a game with me. I don't play games.
So, you don't need to play the game. You're in the game. You're in the game, homie.
No, I'm not.
Homie, you're in the game.
I'm not your fucking homie.
Oh, homie. Don't be like that, homie.
No, I'm not your homie. I'm not your fucking homie. I'm not doing you any kind of way. I'm just telling you, we're not homies. I don't know you.
Right, did y'all grow up together or something? Like, this is weird.
Right.
Hey, pretty.
Dante. Valentina.
Hey, gorgeous.
Jesus loves all of you.
No, it doesn't.
Come tell us himself.
If he does, he's a damn fool.
Why is he a fool?
Did Jesus tell you he loves me?
He loves you.
Did he tell you that?
He loves everybody.
Then he's a fool.
Did he tell you that?
In the Bible, yeah. He said he loves everybody.
Well, no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the shitty Bible. I'm talking about, did Jesus come to you, Sean, and say, I love Dante?
Not specifically. No, I don't hear voices. Do you hear voices?
So in essence, you're just quoting shit from the Bible and you don't actually know who Jesus loves or hates.
Dante, you seem angry. You should get a puppy, man. For real.
I have a puppy.
How is he angry?
I have one.
As nice and calm as he's talking to you, how is he angry? He doesn't seem
angry.
He's the only.
I don't know why he's angry.
Sean, he's not angry, and he's the calmest person in this fucking room. Because once I get to going on you, you're really gonna think a person is fucking angry. He's actually trying to be civil with you, right? And what you're doing is you're not even addressing what he's saying to you. You're just rebuttaling, saying shit to try to throw him off balance.
Jesus loves.
I'm just asking you. Look, Sean. Genuine question now. I will unmute you, but can we have a respectful conversation, or should I drop you?
You can quit cutting my mic off. You can quit doing that.
I don't have that option.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, look, somebody keeps cutting my mic off.
So fucking what? You don't have the option to tell him to stop.
in all honesty, what I was trying to get at, Sean, I wasn't even attacking you, but what I was trying to get at is you're there telling me Jesus loves me, right? And you're basing it off like some 2K-year-old book, right? And that book can say a million different things. It says some things, the Bible says some things, the Torah says some other shit. What I'm trying to say is, why should I believe any of that? Just because you're telling me.
Let me ask you, what do you believe then, if you don't believe that?
I'm an atheist.
Okay, is there an atheist book that I'm unaware of that teaches you how to believe in atheism?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Because atheism is a lack of belief. It's not a belief.
Okay, can I ask you a really stupid question? Just
You're
really
going
stupid.
to. Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, there's planets in outer space, right?
Right.
What Saturn, Pluto, etc., ones we've never seen, right? You saw a picture of that and you believed in it, but you've never been there and touched it, right? So you would believe in planets before God, right?
No,
just because I've
no.
never been there,
I
I
didn't
can
see
explain
paper.
that though. I can explain that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you've never touched Saturn.
I can
You've seen
easily
pictures, but you
explain
said, "Oh,
that,
that's real."
Sean,
Yeah.
let me explain it. You asked me a question, so like, please allow me to respond.
Sure.
So with the astronomy and other planets, as scientists who have observed it, where we can look into it and we can study it and learn more about it. You can even see planets through a telescope. I'm sure you have too. So what I'm trying to get at is that there's ways of observing and studying them, because even if we cannot physically touch them, their presence is still apparent. Now, when it comes to God, it's a much more tricky one, because the only references for gods are in these books, and these books cannot be verified or proven. It just comes down to faith. And the idea of faith is to accept something as facts without evidence. Do you get where I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Okay. Let me ask you another stupid question. In Israel, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, wherever Jesus went 2,000 years ago, whatever he did, miracles and all those things, they built churches everywhere, and they're still there. From these people's ancestors believe
they didn't build no churches 2,000 years ago. That's not true.
Wherever Jesus did miracles, wherever there was an event in the Bible, they built churches to it, temples, all kinds of stuff.
That's not true.
Okay. There's no churches in Jerusalem, none in Bethlehem.
Do you know? Listen, Sean. Do you understand?
Built the first church.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do you understand that Jewish people in Israel primarily do not believe in Jesus? So why the fuck
That's okay.
would they have it? Listen. Think about what you're saying.
The Christians built them, bro.
Sean, stop talking. So if that's true, what I just said, why in the fuck with the places you just mentioned would there be churches there? Because listen, Sean, there's no churches in Bethlehem. These people are Jewish. They don't believe in Jesus, Sean. So when you're just rambling on with this bullshit, it's what you're saying
right now,
is Sean. These people are Jewish. This is Israel you're talking about. The
Christians built them.
Sean, there's no fucking Christian churches in fucking Israel. What are you talking about? They don't believe in Jesus, fool. They don't believe in that. What are you talking about?
Google it.
I mean,
I don't have to.
Sean, there may be churches there, but there may be mosques there as well.
Thank you.
Hold up. You need to hear me out though. Those churches
mosques in Israel? Are y'all crazy? Mosques?
Hear me out,
are y'all crazy? Is y'all crazy?
There's different religions.
No. Y'all got to be smoking. Do you realize what we're talking about in 2026? Do you really think that there's churches and mosques in Israel? Do y'all really think that? I mean, really. I mean, for real. Listen? Do y'all hear what y'all saying? Israel?
Google it, man. Yes.
No.
Listen.
Reggie.
Listen. if you have a Muslim name, just if your name is Muhammad, any of that shit, they won't even let you in their country. What is y'all talking about?
No, Reggie, I don't mean new mosques. I don't mean that. I mean the ones that were there when the Muslims, when the Ottoman Khalifa had that.
Yes.
Area.
So what he's saying, listen what he's saying. He said that these places have been built there and they're there. They're not there. What y'all talking about?
Google
what
it.
y'all talking about? Israelis don't play that shit. They don't. I don't have to Google it. They don't play that shit. None of that. They don't even know who the fuck Jesus is. They look at Christians as they slaves. What you talking about?
When you get done here,
Google shit. I ain't Googling nothing. You Google it. Well, these is claims that you have to prove.
Dude, I've been to the man. I'm not worried about that. I've been there, man.
That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie.
Google it if I'm a liar.
That's okay. I'm a liar. Google. Has Sean been to the Holy Land? They said you're a liar. You can't prove none of that shit that you're saying. None of it.
Google. Hello.
I ain't Googling a motherfucking thing.
Your boy just said there's churches there.
You said, listen, I don't give a fuck what he said. Listen. He ain't never been there. I'm telling you, you wrong, and he's definitely wrong. Listen, if anybody on planet Earth believes that in Israel, in Jerusalem or Bethlehem, there's a church, or especially a mosque, you smoking dope. Big dope. Because they don't play that shit over there. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. That is not true. The Israeli government will not allow that. Netanyahu, he's not playing that.
I gotta go. Man, I gotta go.
Yeah, you can go. You can go all you want. But that shit is not fucking there. Y'all hear what this shit going on, right? This is fucking crazy. Indian, let me get your Asian religion.
38, no religion in particular. But...
Do you believe in God?
Huh?
Do you believe in God?
I mean, I just know that other things, you know what I'm saying?
Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm not asking you a tough fucking question. Do you believe in God? Yes or fucking no?
I mean,
yes or no?
And it's a woman.
Okay. So faith is not a virtue. Faith is gullibility. Faith is dishonesty, blindness, and an absence of reason. Faith should not be respected. It should be detested.
I mean, I think that's... that's what you want to just put on somebody just to split the hairs.
I ain't putting shit on nobody. What is you talking about?
I'm talking about what you just read. I said I'm just giving that if that be the case. I mean, that's still surface level and tadpole conversation.
What the fuck is you talking about? What you talking about?
Level in shallow.
Surface level of what? Faith is not a virtue, and the reason why is not is because they're not synonyms. It's not surface level, right? There's nothing underneath what I said. There's no lower chord. There's no higher chord. What are you talking about?
All that doesn't exist, and it's all those are false, made up literature equivalents. You're dealing with the Bible.
All words are literature,
right? But you don't know the etymology in none of them.
Yes, I do. I'm sitting right in front of my fucking computer. What are you talking about? I can disprove any fucking thing. Do you want to know the etymology of faith, or you stop up my ass? Do you want to know the etymology of faith or fucking virtue? I'm not holding nobody. No, I'm not crashing out. I'm not crashing out nowhere. I'm just telling you. So, do you want the etymology of faith or virtue? Neither. Boltzker. Let me get your age and religion.
35. I'm agnostic.
Okay. Faith is not a virtue. It's gullibility, dishonesty, and blindness. It's the absence of reason, and it should not be respected. It should be detested.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I was gonna make
a
joke because I don't know if you could see my profile pic, but I make fun of Christianity by having this image of Godzilla as Jesus, and it really upsets them. So they're like, I believe in Jesus. I'm like, what about Go Jesus? Dante, hey.
Jesus, the B Jesus. Hey, Balzeka. I'm more on Team Bezos, the B Jesus.
Oh, Bezos? Yeah, everybody loves Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos. I love Jesus. Praise Jesus. No, but
Can we see-
Reggie, if I may, Reggie, and I could be wrong about this, so I'm not being argumentative. And look, I'm very anti-Israel myself, so I get exactly what you were saying. I don't know how active these mosques and churches are, but what I was trying to tell you is, so like when the Crusades took Jerusalem, the Crusaders, they did build churches there, and some of those churches are still there. And like when the Ottomans and Saladin and different parts of like different Muslim dynasties took Jerusalem, they built mosques there as well. That's what I was trying to get at. Now, do I think that in Israel there's freedom of religion? No. Israel's an
Right.
apartheid state, and
What
it
he's saying
definitely
is
subjugates.
right. What he's saying is, in those times, right, in the times of Jesus, they built churches and they're still there. That's not true.
Oh yeah, no,
Because-
Not
that's
at
not
all.
true. I believe the first one was built in the 3rd century, so that's like 300 years after
Right.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So yeah, that you are correct there. He was wrong about that.
Think about it. How the fuck would a
That-
building stay up that goddamn long anyway? The earth gonna take you back. It's not gonna it's not gonna allow no building to be there 2,000 years. You got weather, rain. He's lying. He's just saying any old fucking thing. I'm not trying to say that there wasn't ever churches there. I'm not trying to say that they didn't ever believe in Jesus. I'm not trying to say that area there wasn't ever Christians there. I'm not saying that there's not Christians there right now, because I'm sure there are. Some of the Palestinians are Christian. I know that. But what he's saying about there being active churches there, and man, that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Tap the screen, share the live.
Come
yeah, we're
on
just
in,
stopping in to say hi to
believers.
everybody. So everybody have a lovely night.
You too, Balzaca, and yes, praise Jesus and
Praise Jesus.
Balzac. When you get the chance, check out my my latest pics. You're gonna drool.
All right, I'll take a look.
I'm such a hoe. But anyways, Christians, Muslims, come on up. Come on up. Fact is, not only is faith not a virtue, gullibility, dishonesty, and blindness, it's also a fucking virus. Faith is a virus.
Exactly. There's nothing virtuous about it.
Mm-hmm.
Last night there was this guy on here for a long time. He was a police officer. And he was fucking talking about that it's not gullibility. And I'm showing them the fucking how they both was fucking synonyms and shit. And he just kept going on and on and on and on. Just wouldn't let, I mean, he was cool though, truthfully. He just wouldn't let that shit go. Like, it's not gullibility.
Man, I'll even be honest, Reggie. Like, logic doesn't allow me to fall into it. But there are moments I get where I'm like, oh, damn. Is God real? Am I just that he isn't? Am I wrong? But then I stop and think, well, if he is real, he hasn't been doing a good job of showing us that. So, nah.
Right. No ideas I've ever heard of God or any concepts of God that I've ever studied. None of them are possible. Some of them I don't thoroughly understand, like Hinduism and shit like that. I don't 100% understand it, and that's only because I haven't really, dived into it super deep. But no religion I've ever heard of or seen can prove the existence of a God. And now that I could see that the shit is not true. Truthfully, I really feel stupid for ever believing it in the first place because it's so obvious that nothing in it is true. And it
Mm.
bothers me, it frustrates me. It frustrates me when I'm talking to my family, right? And they're just like, just come back, just open your heart. And I just be like, get the fuck out my face with that stupid shit. Can't no fucking body open their heart. Like, listen to how you sound. Like, the stuff you saying, you can't even do. Like, you're just basically telling me to play stupid. I can't do it.
Yeah, honestly, I can't live in my imagination and start telling myself, oh yeah, Allah is real or Christ is real and any of that when logic completely tells me that it's bullshit.
Right. And I hate that. Take religion out of it, right? I hate that some people think that you can control what you believe. And what I mean by that is there is people that actually think, right, that I don't believe or we don't believe because we don't want to. Your brain don't work like that at all. And that just is
Mhm.
irritating. Derek,
Yep.
let me Derek, let me get your age and religion. And you ain't even got all your bars neither.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't got all your bars on your phone neither.
Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. Okay, so are we? What we're arguing that faith is not a virtue?
Let me get your age and religion.
Oh, I'm 18, and I would say I'm a follower of Christ.
Okay. Faith is not a virtue, it is gullibility, dishonesty, and blindness. It's the absence of reason, and it shouldn't be respected, it should be detested.
That's all.
That's all that it says.
So you don't think faith can help somebody live well and act morally? Like,
Nope, I
No.
cannot, but that's not what I can't, but that's not what the backdrop says. So.
I don't think it would be dishonesty. I wouldn't say it would be blindness. Like,
Okay, it's definitely gonna be blindness for the simple fact if you look at there's two definitions of faith, right? The religious definition of faith is strong belief in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual conviction rather than proof. It's definitely blindness because you're having faith in something without having proof. So it's blindness. When it comes to gullibility, it fits perfectly because you're trusting in something again without any proof. Even with the other definition, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. That's not smart to have complete trust or confidence in anyone. I don't give a fuck if it's your twin sister. Shit, look at Glorilla right now, but that's besides the point. It's definitely gullibility, dishonesty. Maybe you're being more dishonest with yourself, but it's certainly the absence of reason.
so what would you do about that? What possibly
Do
could you
about
do
what?
about that?
Do about what?
Like having faith. Like what the whole idea of having faith. What would you do besides of having faith?
I don't have faith.
So you just live just
Just live
I
as
just
a
live.
decent human being. Yeah, just live
Right.
as a
but how
decent human
like
being.
you
Respect yourself
what points to what
and
will point you
others.
to be living like a good human being?
Like a what? But what you mean living like a good human being?
Compassion.
I'm not really
Compassion.
concerned. Hold on. I'm not really concerned with whether Derek or anyone else looks at me and considers me a good human being. In theory, I really don't give a fuck. As long as I live and I don't put myself in harm's way, as long as I don't get incarcerated, as long as I don't do anything else to anyone else to harm them, I really don't care. I don't care if a person looks at me as a good person because being a good person does not pay my bills at all.
Can I say something?
No.
Bitch ass nigga, what you mean I can't say nothing, motherfucker?
I said
could
you
be
can't
respectful
say.
and
I
could be rude.
said no. I said fucking no. You can't be either one, and you can't fucking be here. You see how that works? When I say no, that's what the fuck I mean. Did you think whenever you ask a question, the answer is automatically yes? Fuck out of here. I like Burger King.
I like the argument, but that's just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, why would you not want to have faith in something?
Because I'm not stupid. That's why. Listen,
It's not really being dumb, though.
Listen, stop. It is being dumb. It's because of the gullibility. Why would I not want to have faith? You're asking me, and when I'm answering you, you're trying to tell me some other bullshit. I don't want to have faith in things because it's complete trust or confidence in someone or something that is being fucking stupid. Derek, either you from the hood or your family is. I can tell by your voice. You know, just like I know, that's not a good policy, right? That's not smart to be like that. So there's no reason for me to have faith. There's things I believe and there's things I know. That is based on evidence or past experiences. Having faith is stupid. Listen, I didn't have women in my life. I didn't put faith on. They didn't run off. I didn't put money in people's hands. They ain't never gave it back. I didn't put dope in fucking fiends' hands. They ain't gave it back. I didn't put work in my cousin's hands. They didn't ran off, etc., 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 etc. It's stupid. So why would I play stupid just because?
Because you got done
so it's the
wrong?
cool thing. No, what I'm telling you is this. It's not about me being done wrong. Faith
that's all you have said.
Listen, Derek. No, Derek, that's all you've received. Because I'm saying all kinds of shit. I'm telling you about how to sell dope. I'm telling you about how not to let motherfuckers borrow money, all kinds of shit. What I'm saying to you is this. Faith in itself, by definition, is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. You asked me a question. Why would I not want to do that? Because it's fucking stupid. The other definition is strong belief in doctrines of a religion based on spiritual conviction rather than proof, which means no proof, which means it's fucking stupid. So to answer your question simply, because it's fucking stupid.
See how it's only stupid by the experiences that you obviously faced? It's literally only dumb by your experience.
Because
my experience with faith, I'm so
of truth.
My faith, when I put faith in people, I don't put faith in somebody
a reliable source of truth. Is faith a reliable source of truth? Yes or no?
It can be if you have enough evidence to believe so.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Faith, it cannot
you
be.
Put faith, when you put faith in them.
Stop. It can't be. It can't be. And the reason why it cannot be is because it's rather than proof. Then when you answer the other questions like, oh, well, my experiences, I wouldn't do that with people that wouldn't do that. You don't know what a motherfucker would do. People do all kinds of shit. You're 18 years old. Clearly you haven't had many experiences in your life, right? People are not fucking nice by nature, right? What we do as human beings, we push other people down to go up. That's how we do. You feel me? That's why people steal shit. That's why people have pew-pews. That's why people do all kinds of shit, right? And you telling me about your experiences, right? Fuck all that. Faith in itself is not a virtue. And the reason why it's not a virtue is because a virtue has a definition, right? So my experiences don't matter because a virtue is behavior showing high morals. Now, if you want to make the claim that complete trust or confidence in someone is showing behavior of high morals, then albeit, but that's not true because those two words are not synonyms. Frank, why the fuck did you come back up? I just want to kick him again.
Mm-hmm. I guess the Holy Spirit got her tongue. Yes, whatever.
I just missed what you said. What you said pretty
Holy
good.
Spirit.
What's up, bro?
The Holy Spirit got her tongue.
You can talk to the next person.
Sure.
What's up, bro?
What's your age and religion?
Huh?
Age and religion, gang.
I'm 33. More spirituality, I guess. I would have to say Christianity, and if I'm getting made to say something. Christianity.
All right. What do you think about the backdrop? What do you think about the prompt? Faith is not a virtue. Faith is gullibility. I'm sure you could read, right? What do you think?
Damn, can I read it? Damn. I'm just saying.
What the fuck
I'm
y'all
just,
be coming up here for? Damn.
just
When
looked at
I
it real
request
quick,
stuff, I usually read what the fuck they talking about. I don't just hop up
Hey,
on
look,
shit like
hey, look though.
I don't know where the fuck I'm
though,
at. That's weird.
So look, I don't even know what you're talking about. So look, is you
I'm
really
sure
on here?
you don't fucking
Is
know
y'all
what I'm talking
saying? See,
about.
you was a dumbass bitch. Fuck you, stupid hoe.
Yeah, okay, punk ass
Dumbass
nigga.
bitch.
Are you
Take me
gonna
off,
are you
fat
gonna
ass.
deal?
You a
Nobody
bitch and
fucking say nothing. I'm not bothered by that shit. Like that shit is nothing. He's a sensitive man. Y'all didn't have to fucking drop him unless that was Reggie. If your bitch ass is still watching, you can come back up here. Nobody's bothered by that.
What happened?
He started spazzing and someone dropped him, but I don't care about people having temper tantrums. It's not gonna do nothing to me.
I did. I just wasn't gonna listen to him call you all of that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I knew it was gonna come, but look, I don't care.
Yeah.
My feelings are not easily hurt at all.
I know that, gorgeous. I do. It's just, man, like, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to some bitch ass misogynist. Fuck that.
He probably wonders why he's still
Well,
single on
he was gonna
Valentine's.
get dealt with.
I have to go get me a refill of some coffee.
Man, I've had
I
5
don't understand why
already.
people come up here and they don't read the prompt. Like, you just hit a request in every room you stop at. I made a new cup too. I want to get out. Fuck. I hate that itch. And then I'll be like, when I'm out, I'm like, I'm itching to go back in the house. Like, mind fuck.
It's still early there. It's about to be 11 here. I could possibly go out if I wanted to. It would still be jumping right now, but I ain't on that shit.
Yeah. I feel like I'm getting old.
Me too, because since I get there, I ain't gonna do nothing but start yawning.
Right. Well, I'm looking for a drink and I'm gonna eat and I'm ready to go. But I
Jarrell gonna have me pissing.
Yeah, I can't hold it like I used to. I need to go to the bathroom. I don't know if I can handle those long lines in the bathroom right now.
Nah, I have a weak bladder. It's so shit. I always need to go to the bathroom.
I used to go hold
our
it for like hours.
shipping friend left.
Whenever I go to the bar, I drink, because I don't drink soda or nothing. But that's what I drink whenever I go to the bar. So that shit, man, that should be having me pissed so much because I don't drink it. I don't drink nothing but water and coffee. So, you know, my bladder be all fucked up from that damn water. I mean, from that damn pop, soda, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And the
drink.
coffee.
I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda or juice, but I love my coffee. I have like 7, 8 of those a day sometimes, and I love my scotch and whiskey too. I do, man. The way life is sometimes. The way life is sometimes, I gotta pray to my God, Captain Morgan.
You gotta pick your poison.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee and MJ for now. That should be fucking up my heart though.
Mine too.
That should be going fast. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I think this is it. This is it. I'm going home.
Yeah, I gotta stop smoking. They
No
said
one
I gotta
knows
switch
when.
to gummies.
Yeah,
Me
no one
too,
knows when
Reggie.
they'll unalive, but I know I ain't living till I'm 80 or 100.
I
That
don't
just
want to be
ain't
here till
happening.
100. Like, have you
Oh,
seen
there's no
100-year-olds?
way I'll live that. Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's
wrinkled
no
and
way
shit.
I'll live that long. There's no way I'll live that long. I'm a chain smoker. I drink. I don't drink every day, but I don't go 1 week without getting blind. Like I get blind at least once a week.
Damn.
I'm a crazy I'm a crazy party animal, so I'm always going to festivals and raves and shit.
Like I said,
You're out of
And
it.
yeah, so like
blind.
You grow out of it.
I just
Wait,
put my
how
head
old are
on.
you?
I will. I'm old. I'm almost 33.
That's not old. But
Mm.
I feel you. I'm 35 and I feel like I'm like 80 sometimes. Be looking at the young folks.
Girl,
Look at all
my
these
thing
young people.
is, I missed out on a lot of that growing up. So like I was just like, fuck it, even if I'm that old bitch there, which I realized I was, people at these festivals that are like 10 years older than me. So it made me feel a little good. But like, yeah, even if I'm like a bit older, I don't give a shit. I'ma pay for my ticket, go in there and get fucked up.
The fun don't stop until your heart does. That's how I feel.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna keep doing what I want to
Oh
do.
yeah.
Yeah, screw a physical body. I just freeze my head, and then once the robot body comes in order, I'll just put my head on the robot body and just keep rolling.
Yo, I'm all for that.
The reason I wouldn't want to
Figure it
do
out.
that, the reason I wouldn't want to do that is I wouldn't want to live without my
I better
dick.
start washing
I'm
hands,
just
bro.
being honest.
What if you get a
If
better
I
dick?
but it won't be a real dick because it'll be a robotic dick.
Sure,
mean,
but
how you know?
you
They
won't
might
really get
transplant
old.
real dicks.
You just have your repairs, but that's about it.
You can have a big black slong. Not saying that whitey people don't.
Nah.
I don't know how y'all.
Oh
stuff is. I never been down there.
pretty. I will say this. Pretty, hear me
Keep
out.
talking about a working dick.
I'm just saying I may be a sub. I may be a sub and I may be a femboy, but I'm also Lebanese and I'm very well hung. Just saying.
At least for the robot body,
No. I
you can
I actually measured it. I measured it and it's like 8 point something inches.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Because 9 is like the limit. Like, okay, you're about to hurt something. And that's why I'm like, guys with these 12, like your shit
like,
is big as my forearm. What are we gonna do? I don't want that.
Girl, that is why, like when it comes, so I'm quite versatile. So when it comes to women, because I love men and women, I love the taco as much as the sausage. So when it comes to women, I'm the dom. When it comes to men, I like being the sub. But here's the issue. Every one of those doms, those men, always complain that my meat is bigger than theirs.
Well,
despite me being a sub.
Oh, because you're subbing.
Yeah.
I guess that does make sense. Like, I'm dominating you, but you could really just fuck me up right now.
Uh-huh.
Harvest Day and Sunday
That's-
show.
Yeah. You gotta come tomorrow. Find you a boo.
Hey.
I'm ready to go
Yeah,
twerk on
I
some
mean, no
random
one-
nigga. Like, we'll have to see.
I don't think
Catch a
anyone
plane,
wants
hard.
to date.
I'll just lay down and I won't even move.
Well, the thing is with Dante is that I'm just gonna be honest. Everyone wants to sleep with Dante, but no one wants to date Dante. I have a reputation as a hoe, so I'm just being honest.
It is what it is. I'm a woman, so I'm automatically a hoe, and I have children, so I'm like a super slut, basically. Regardless of how I got those children, it doesn't matter. You're 3 or 4.
Oh, I don't
So
mind being
I wear
a
it
hoe.
proudly now.
Now I'll tell you, my body
Me
counts
either.
over 30. I don't give a
I
shit.
don't really. Okay, well, I'm like a fake hoe. I don't. Shit. I was getting dick down most of my years, but it was in marriage. I'm like, but I'm not opposed to it. I
Yeah.
look at guys and think about fucking them whenever I go out. Like, but I'm picky, so that's the only thing that keeps me from fucking
Okay.
everything.
I tell you what,
But I'm not
pretty.
opposed to it at all.
I tell you what, pretty. You're definitely my type, so what's up, queen?
Thank you.
No
I don't
worries.
know. My box is programmed for Mandingo.
She don't
Black
like you
people.
because
I
you're
don't
black.
know. I can't help it. I'm that's I can't help it. It's something wrong. I'm wired that way. Like
Well,
when
I'm
as
only
soon as I see
white.
a fine black man, I just gotta go. I can't.
Well, I'm not white. I'm not white. I'm an Arab. But like, here's the thing. I may not be black upstairs, but downstairs I might as well be.
Man, I don't know what would happen if we drunk and we hanging out, but
It'll be a great time, boo boo.
like if it's 8.5 or big, I think we would, But
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna leave that alone though.
It really is like, and that's what has made so many other like pops go to me. That's a waste, man. How are you a bottom when you've got that? And I'm like, I just am. I don't know. It is what it is.
I fuck girls too, so hey, like
Mm-hmm.
it's not a waste.
Not a waste at all. The ladies seem to really appreciate it.
Right.
Tap the screen, share live. Believers, come on up. Faith is not a virtue. It's gullibility, dishonesty, and blindness.
There's too
It's
many
also
heathens.
the absence of reasons. Faith should not be respected. It should be detested, as all forms of ignorance should be. You just believe in shit just because your parents told you. Our parents told us a lot of shit that's not true. I heard somebody say the other day, their parents had them drinking turpentine and shit like that for fucking cold medicine. I said, right. Bullshit.
Yo, that turpentine is disgusting.
Yeah.
I've
not
had
a-
that for when I went on that rampage to get rid of parasites. I drank that shit. That's abuse if you're doing that giving that to children.
Man, it's
Imagine. What happened?
religion.
What happened when you drank that shit?
Huh?
What happened to you when you drank that shit?
My body rejected. My body just rejected. I couldn't really keep up with the regimen because as soon as I smell it, even to this day, if I smell it, it makes me want to vomit. Which at the time I was like, these parasites are not letting me. But I don't know if I have parasites. They're just a American diet.
I mean, there's some parasites that are on
But
us.
I
and
shit
that's
a
no
lot. I
matter
don't know if it
what
was.
you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of living things inside of us. I'm okay with it, I suppose.
I seen this video of this damn bear. They said I mean, even though I wouldn't eat it anyway, but you ain't supposed to really eat bear meat because there's so many damn parasites in it. And then they were showing a video of this bear running with all these long 8-12 foot fucking worms hanging out his ass. And they said it's natural for all those parasites to be in bear meat and they be shitting it out.
Ew.
And the reason why is because the fit, that shit be in fish and shit. because because bears eat fish mostly, right? And all them worms and shit be in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's disgusting.
But that leads me to think
That's
of
what I had
sometimes.
heard about pork. What?
They had to be some smart motherfuckers to figure out to cook their food. I wonder how they figured that out.
With the bears?
No, humans.
Oh.
When did they decide to start? When and why did they decide to start cooking their food?
I know, right?
How did they know?
Maybe, I don't know. Shit, it'd be funny if it was by accident. They dropped some fish in that bitch, and it was like, we ain't got no more. We gonna eat this shit. Like, hey, it changed the texture. Tastes kind of good. Or they some type of beast got burnt up and they just tasted it. I don't know. Shit. Has to be some
way. Where's the believers at, man? Come on up, you punks.
What's the car trying to come back up here, but I ain't let him because y'all kicked him, but
who?
Gang.
If he came up.
You can bring him up.
Yeah. I don't know what he said. I wasn't even in
here. He said a lot of disgusting shit to Pretty Cat.
Mm-hmm. He was just a little sensitive. Maybe he had a bad day or something. His date, skipped out on him today.
Mm-hmm.
Explain why he's still single on Valentine's.
Oh yeah. Stupid bitch. Fuck ass bitch. Like, damn, I didn't even do nothing yet.
What's up, Janelle? You coming on Godless Dating tomorrow, Janelle? Come on. Don't be shy. I see you.
Add me to it, Reggie.
You could come on. You can come. All you gotta do is come on. Just come to Afro Atheist page tomorrow. I don't know what time. It's gonna be 4 p.m. 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know the conversion in your time because you live in Australia.
Yeah, sounds cool. I follow her anyway, so when she goes live, I'll know.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just come over there. Just go one down. Yesterday, well, it's still today over here, but in the UK, it's already Sunday. So Saturday was her birthday.
It's Sunday here in Australia as well.
It's 11 here, so it's about to be Sunday shortly. Tap the screen, y'all. Share the live. Believers,
come on up, believers. Come out and play.
Let me start tapping with my other screen. I know Stephanie. I know she knocked the fuck out. You're a time traveler. Why you say that? Everyone practices faith. Are you sure, Whammy? Are you sure?
Can you give us an example?
What's up, Chad Owens? You're sitting in a chair. Oh my goodness. That one will never go away. That will never die. It will never die. Do you see this? I know it's kind of hard to see. But this is why I sit in this chair. It has nothing to do with my faith. When you see that notice, right? I have assurance with this chair. it tells me that if I sit in this chair, I'm going to be okay because it's tested and proven, right? So it's not faith that I'm sitting in this chair because that's not the definition of faith, either one. So I need to make sure I never get rid of this.
Might as
Because
well
it's
frame
always
it
going
at
to be.
this point.
I swear.
That shit, that's they go to. You have faith in that chair. If I bring a wobbly chair to you, you're not gonna have much faith in that chair. You're gonna be wanting to inspect it. We don't use faith. We use logic and reason to determine if shit is gonna be cool. Like I still don't trust shit. You know, you gotta test things out a little bit.
Right.
I was
Remember
paranoid
those?
for August that my car wouldn't work. Like shit.
Remember those white plastic chairs that you can get from like the dollar store for like $10?
Yeah, it was a garbage.
Right, because I'm sure you be snapping them bitches because I used to be snapping the fuck out them bitches. Left and right. And this was when I was only like 210, between 190 and 210. I don't know how I used to still was the smallest motherfucker in there snapping them bitches. So I mean I didn't put faith in them. And whatever the case it was, them bitches let me down.
Yeah, there's some chairs I won't sit in, like narrow chairs. My hips are wide as fuck. Like I know where what I don't have faith in the chair. Like I don't know if you're gonna be very supportive.
Gotta take that into consideration.
You got any other examples, Whammy?
Big
You can
bucks,
come
no
up if you
whammies.
like. Don't be afraid.
Just walk on water.
2, 3, 4, 5. I seen the fucking dunk contest and the goddamn 3-point contest earlier. That's the first time I seen that shit in years.
What is it?
The it's NBA All-Star Weekend.
Oh, where they do all the tricks and shit.
Mm-hmm. It's in LA, I think, too.
Yeah, those are cool.
The one guy, he's a Bay Area person, and he plays. Who the fuck does he play for? But he brought E40 out and dunked over him.
I ain't seen E40 in a long ass time. Probably old as fuck.
He is looking the same with that damn beanie on, and he had a bright ass burgundy leather suit on.
Oh, yeah, shit.
He's 40, my dude, but I wish he would retire. He got to be about 60 at this point.
Yeah, they old. These old heads is not trying to go nowhere. They trying to stay relevant. The funniest one to me is Kim, little Kim. Like, sit your ass down, retire already.
She's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like seeing your embarrassing auntie or granny at this point. She real old. Still trying to be that bitch.
She need to quit. Keisha Cole need to quit. Who else need to quit? K. Michelle need to quit.
Who's that one lady? Lisa Ray. She can sit down. I think she's kind of handling it a little better. She looked like she's older, dressing older, and not,
She's still graceful with it, but I don't like this stuff she be saying though. Like she gonna talk about like a man got to be able to afford to take me on vacation for a month. Okay, you keep believing that. When you push your sick, keep on, because ain't nobody doing that for your old ass.
You're not about to get flown out.
A
You
month.
are the fly outer now. You better buy some tickets for these niggas.
Exactly. The only way a motherfucker gonna do that is if they got some weird, super weird grandma fetish and they just got a whole lot of money to blow. But ain't nobody about to.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying that. You the rat.
Or they
sister. Fuck outta
idolize
here.
her.
Like me, like I told you, I've been in love with her since I've been 16. But shit, I know there's an expiration date on everything, and I ain't trying to act like I'm young either because I'm about to be 44. But
Yeah, for real though. It's reality.
yeah, she crazy.
I don't even think I don't even be thinking I'm gonna be flown out. Like that's some other shit. That's another league. I am not competing in that motherfucking league. Them bitches got it. y'all got it.
Right, but all
They
that shit is
ruthless.
temporary though. That shit temporary. That's just a facade. That's a new day Instagram. I fly you out, blah 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 shit. It's some bullshit. It don't never amount to nothing.
They seem miserable too. It's not really like a great thing. I saw this one lady, she got flown out to Dubai and they did some things to her. And she got paid in cash, a lot of cash, and didn't know that you can't take it back with you in the airport. So it got seized. And then she had to just go home empty handed. Like that's fucking embarrassing. you got shitting on and all kind of stuff, and you got fall back home broke because you didn't know the laws. Dumb.
Why ain't she exchanged the currency and just
She ain't know better. I don't know what made you think you're gonna just get on the plane with. You can't even take a lot of gold or anything like that. You gotta have that shit in jewelry or wired it in a overseas account or some shit. Like you don't just.
So they was like literally shitting on her.
Yeah, the motherfuckers is shit on your chest, do all kind of shit to them. They come there to get degraded in the worst ways, but they pay well.
That ain't funny, but that's just shit is crazy. Like, damn, you ain't got no bidet or no toilet paper or anything? God damn.
It's like a fetish or some shit.
People pay for any fucking thing. Like, you mean to tell me y'all gonna fly people way out there to do that? Y'all don't got nobody that's just walking around. Y'all can't just like, hey,
They like a certain kind of look. That blonde beach body type of thing. They'll pay for that.
That shit crazy.
It's crazy that they ask to do it. There's not enough money in the world for you to shit on me. Oh man. Go your ass.
I just can't see myself. I can't see myself paying nobody the money just to shit on them. I ain't about to do that. Just like that. That's not something that just. I don't see how a person can get turned on from that. Like like damn, she's so fine. Like, you know what? Every time I see you, I just want to just shit on you, baby. Like,
You gotta be bored. Like that's how they did everything that they could possibly imagine, and that's just like the next level to their freak. Like I didn't have orgies with 20 plus people and shit. Like what else can I do?
Right. Like I done had so many. Like shit, I done had 1,000 women. Shit, I didn't ate ass. I didn't shit it on a bitch. I didn't pissed on a hoe. Like man.
Yep. Oh man.
Let me restart real quick, y'all. I'll be back in like 1 minute.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Like an airbag.
Yep. Are you over the age of 18 and are you a believer?
Fine.
I'm about to say unmute you. I know you know how to unmute because you did it like several times while we were talking to the other guy.
Cons-
I don't hear that.
Thank you.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you, but you're on the low side.
On the low side.
Some call it sexy.
Am I low?
No, you're not.
Yeah, you
She's
gotta
talking
talk.
about my sexy voice.
Yeah, I can turn up my gain a little bit, but there's no reason to.
Okay.
because everyone
No,
else
you're
can hear
fine,
you.
Jay. You're fine.
Now it's better.
You need to turn your volume up, ma'am.
She's talking about my sultry voice.
Yeah. So, man, Movi, are you over the age
Only
of
I can
18?
gaslight
Oh,
Jay up here.
shut up.
And are you a believer?
Sorry?
Are you a believer? And are you over the age of 18?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
I'm not
great.
a believer, but
Do you believe in the God of the
over
Bible?
80. It is the God of the Bible.
What God do you
Do you
believe
believe in Jesus?
I don't believe he was a real person.
So, what God do you believe in?
Type shit.
The God that I believe in is the God
Mercurial.
of our ancestors.
What?
The God of
Our
our
ancestors? Which one? We didn't all
Yeah.
come from one place.
Like your lineage.
Okay. But what if it's a different God
Yes.
than the God you believe in?
Yes, it's totally different. And he's
Okay.
not a he. He's not a he.
He?
He is not a he.
He has no gender.
Give me one moment, y'all. Tap the screen, share the live. How y'all doing? Hopefully well. We're back.
Oi.
Boy!
Yeah, oi.
What? Let's go, Fred! When I went to Dubai, right? A lot of people thought I Pakistan because they kept saying the feature of you. That's true or no? Me and you got the same nose.
Yeah, same nose. Yeah. Maybe. I think so.
Yep.
My
Snap. Hold on. I gotta get my charger.
right now.
Yeah, you got a pointy one, but we good. I got it. You still cool to you lost. Snap. I got it. Hold on. I gotta get my charger.
Right now.
Yeah, you got a pointier one, but we good.
You know what you want and what you need, so why pray? Think about it. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody had a good Valentine's Day. If you celebrate that, if that's your thing, what's up? Who are you? What's up, Rufus Reggie? Tap the screen, share it live. Prayer makes no sense if your God is all knowing. He knows what you want and what you need. So why do you pray? Why do you talk to yourself? Why? Because he says so? I've never heard God tell me to do anything. And who is he? What's up, pretty cat? What's up, Maddie? Thank you for the pro populars. He's the supreme being. There's no such thing as a supreme being. He didn't say anything. If he did, you didn't hear it. You're going off of what somebody else done told you. That ain't never met him, them, either. What's up, humanness? How you doing? Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Got about 34 minutes left of it. Thank you for the read. Appreciate you, pretty cat. Tap the screen, share it live. Everybody's going off what someone else has told them. Then I'm not everyone. I don't go off of what people tell me. I only go off of what I can see, evidence that can be proven, that I can review. If not, then I don't go off of it, because otherwise I would be a Christian. That's the reason why I'm not, because I don't go off of what people tell me. Right, man created God. The concept, the word, the book. God can't be proven. And that's why he doesn't exist. Jesus can't be proven. Moses can't be proven. Abraham can't be proven. Isaiah can't be proven. Joseph can't be proven. Mary can't be proven. Great flood can't be proven. Talking snakes, talking donkeys can't be proven. Unicorns can't be proven. None of that shit. So at some point, you just have to lie to yourself to make any of that shit even be fucking logical. You're lying to yourself. Yes, Alexander the Great can be proven. Okay. Yeah. Now, when I tell you how, let's make sure we use that same exact logic that we use with your God. Any one of them.
Okay, prove to me that Alexander the Great existed.
Okay. The way that Alexander the Great can be proven is through convergence of contemporary archaeological evidence, Babylonian and astrological diaries, inscriptions, coins, and early historical accounts. Key proofs include Babylonian tablets recording his death date, Egyptian hieroglyphics naming him, the Tyre sage mold, the ruins in Peloponnesus, and widespread Macedonian currency. Those were some of the ways. There's more. I can keep going. I can talk about that for like another 30 minutes. That's just a very
And yet the closest text you have of Alexander written about him is 300 years after he died. Search that up.
That's not true.
You want to go by other things too? You got 15 outside sources, 15 outside sources to prove who Jesus is. Now, let me ask you this question. How did Israel
stop. You just rambling on, just saying a bunch of things. We got 15 outside sources that prove Jesus exists. Just name one.
Okay, Josephus.
Josephus. Okay. So the best thing about Josephus is stop. No, I'm not holding on to shit. This is my life. You fucking hold on. Josephus never
show
met
respect,
Jesus.
man.
Stop. No, I don't respect you. I don't know you. Fuck you. Matter of fact, Josephus never met Jesus, nor was Josephus alive during the time of Jesus Christ, right? Josephus was a historian, right? Also, Josephus's father was a historian, and Josephus' father was alive during the time of Jesus Christ. And guess what else? Josephus's father never mentioned Jesus at all, and he lived in the area. Next. That's 14. Now we're down to 14. Also, Josephus never mentioned that Jesus Christ actually existed. He said that people mention stories of him, and that is just a myth. Next. I forgot something. Hold on. Got one of my ingredients. I bet you he's sitting there having a whole conversation with his goddamn self and don't nobody hear but him. Okay, so we down to 14. We down to 14. Josephus is dismissed. So what's the next one? Outside of that.
Josephus, let's see. Phlegon.
That's next. Who?
And then let's go Thales.
Who?
55 AD. Thalus. Thales.
Okay, so number one, right? Before I even get to that, right? It's crazy.
Go ahead.
How you mentioned, let's just stop. I'm going to review it real fast for you, right? But it's crazy how you're trying to mention something that you don't even have knowledge on. And the reason why I know you don't have any knowledge on it is because you can't even pronounce it correctly. And now you run. Thank you, 80s baby. I'm gonna need y'all, if you're gonna cite something, to actually know what it's about, right?
If you don't gotta prove anything, then don't say that it's not true. Why rebuttal and then have nothing to back up your rebuttal? You're so lame. And Trevor, why are you still in the comments when you're scared to come up here? Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. Infinity, let me get your age and religion. Infinity, let me get your age and religion. Infinity, before I kick you, let me get your age and religion.
What on earth?
Tap the screen, share it live.
Good job, big boy. We're on the internet. You're so smart. Thank you for telling us where we are, Trevor. Now stop being afraid and come up here. I invited you. You came up here on accident and you ran away. But you have a lot to say in the comments. Come have a conversation.
Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Tap that screen, share that live. Make sure y'all come to Godless Dating tomorrow. Man, I was so damn upset. I don't know who crazier, me or this person. Well, I ain't gonna call it crazy. I don't know. But I'll just have to say me. I'll just say me. This is one lady. Man, I was gonna have her on the show. She said she can do it the first weekend in March. I don't know how the fuck I noticed that this damn lady was a damn. I don't know how I noticed that this damn lady is a fucking preacher.
Wait.
Yeah, she agreed to come on the show. I don't know how she ain't see that my name on every goddamn thing is something that is not even close to respectable in their fucking Christian view, right? And she agreed to it and everything. She's a fine motherfucker too. Oh my goodness. Every damn video she got, she be dancing and shit. I ain't never seen a dancing preacher, but
She may be able to be converted. This might be some hope.
the way she be dancing, she be looking like she needs some fucking Jesus. Truthfully, but that's not for me to judge. But man,
Yeah, let her come.
Are you an atheist?
Matt, let me get your age and religion.
Hey, how's it going? 43 Christian.
Say that again.
43 Christian.
Prayer makes no sense. If your God is all knowing, He knows what you want and what you need. So why do you pray, Matt?
I don't pray to God. I pray to Jesus, and Jesus prays to the Father for me.
That's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you why you pray to God. What I'm asking you is simple.
Because
Why
the
do you
book
pray?
instructs me to pray.
Listen to me. Why do you pray?
Because I'm instructed to pray.
So do you do everything that a person instructs you to do just because a book told you to pray? That doesn't make sense. That's not an answer to my question,
It's
really.
not just a book, it's a series of books.
Right, I know that. In a bunch of different languages, written over hundreds of years, we know that. You're not educating me, right? I don't want you to think that the reason why I don't believe is because I don't understand it. That's not the reason why.
It was only passed down through 2 languages. You know that, right?
That's not true.
So what other languages was it?
It depends on how you're looking at the situation, right? Because if you're talking, listen, stop. I'm answering the question. Don't talk when I'm answering questions that you ask.
I'm gonna talk. I mean, if you
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Well,
I'm going to interrupt you. Listen. It doesn't matter what you care about. If you ask me a question, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. If you can't follow up, listen, matter of fact, I'm not even about to argue with you. Right? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're talking about it's been passed down only to 2 languages. That is not fucking true. The Bible has been translated in every fucking language over that goddamn area over hundreds of years. By the time it got to fucking English, that's after 10 different translations. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Crazy horse. Let me get your age and religion.
I'm 500 years old and my religion is like omnipresent.
Okay. Guess where you're not omnipresent at today?
So,
Biatch, tap the screen. Let me get your age and religion. Tap the screen and share the goddamn live. I ain't playing with y'all motherfuckers tonight.
These niggas real life crazy though. Like he probably think he always existed. I've met a couple of those.
Insult my intelligence. I'm 43 years old. You ain't gonna tell me that you 500 years old and expect me to finish talking to your ass. It's disrespectful to talk to about someone's religion like that. Your God, your Savior, was nothing but a worthless bastard child. Father, why is thou forsaking me? Why? Why? Butt naked washing motherfucking man's feet and shit. Fuck out of here. He don't even got respect for himself. And that's why when he got apprehended by the Roman army, he got caught with a naked little boy in the bush. Freak nasty. Freaky boy. What's up, Paige? Let me get your age and religion.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking about the last thing, and then I just kept going with it. And I was asking you your age and religion.
Okay. My age is 25, and I consider myself Christian somewhat.
Okay. Prayer makes no sense. If your God is all-knowing, He knows exactly what you want and what you need. So, Paige, why do you pray?
I pray because I feel like I want to be specific, I guess. Like, I ask God specifically what I want. I think God has an idea for us all, but He doesn't necessarily know exactly what we want. So I ask specifically
So
what
He's
we
not
want.
all-knowing. So he's not all knowing. If he doesn't know exactly what you want, then he's not all knowing, right?
He is all knowing, but he is not going to force us into what we want. Like, I think that it's the same thing when like your parents, like, they know you want a certain gift. They've heard you ask about it, but they're not going to force you to ask them for your birthday, right? Like, your birthday comes around.
But they are going to ask you though, because otherwise, if you don't, they're going to get you something that you don't like. So that's a terrible comparison, right? And you can't say that he's all knowing, but I have to be specific with him because he doesn't know. It's either he knows it, Paige, or he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he does know. I mean, I don't know. I'm still like understanding and unpacking my religion, right? But I still believe to an extent that God understands, because there's certain instances that I've been in where I felt like God understood me when I didn't even understand myself. So
Okay, so look, even with that same logic, let's say what you just said is 100% true. He understands. That just goes right back to the prompt. All right, he's all knowing. He knows what you want and what you need. He understands you, Paige. So why do you pray? He knows every fucking thing. You feel me? He knows the shit.
yeah, but because your teacher knows the whole subject, right? Does that mean that they still can't teach you?
Listen, Paige, that's a bad comparison too, and I'm gonna show you why. And I'm
Why?
gonna use your same. I like every time a person says something, I use the same shit right back on them. Right? So you're talking about teachers, right? So God is testing you, right?
A disingenuous tactic.
Listen, Rob, it's gonna be disingenuous if you speak again, because I'm gonna kick you. Okay? So get ready. It's coming. So again, so back to you, Paige, right? So we're talking about teachers, right? So God is testing you, right? Right?
Right. I'm listening.
Okay. Whenever a teacher tests you, they don't know for sure if you're good enough or if you're smart enough, right? Or if you have the ability of passing this test. That is why they are testing you. Therefore, they are not all knowing. So when you use that same logic
Take the
about
stickers off your hat,
teaching,
brother. Come on.
listen, no.
Take
I
the
got
stickers
a
off
lot of
the
my
hat.
hats. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. There's no reason for me to do that, right? Because I'm not here to impress you. You know why I'm not here to impress you, Rob? Because it doesn't sound like that you have a. But listen, Rob, it don't sound like to me. Rob, shut the fuck up.
An argument.
No, I made you a promise. I just lied. I hate when I lie. I was supposed to kick you. But back to what I was saying, Rob. Even though you're not here, I'm gonna say it to you as if you're here, right? Just have a moment of silence for real. Rob, if you don't have a vagina, a twat, coochie or a coochie, or a pussy, I'm not here to entertain you. So I don't give a fuck about you talking about the sticker on my hat. So Paige, that's a terrible comparison when you use a teacher, because if God is testing you as a teacher does, he doesn't know.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand that, like, the logic of this conversation. And I'm not saying that it's not a valid conversation. I think that these are questions that need to be asked, right? Like, we should be asking these questions, but I don't think that there is not. All right, maybe.
You don't think it's what?
Oh my God. I think that there is still a place where you should know that, like, you should have a connection with God to where you understand that,
No.
like,
I shouldn't have a connection with God because God does not exist, Paige. Do you know? Listen, do you understand etymology? Do you understand that?
etymology.
Yes or no?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Okay. All that means, that's just a fancy way of saying the origins of words, right? So I just start studying that. Just start studying the origins of all words that a person says, right? And once you start doing that, you're going to start seeing that God shit crumbles, because our language that we are speaking to each other in is a Germanic language, which means it literally comes from fucking Germany. So that word God comes from Germany, right? And it comes from another word that is called God.
Can I
Right?
ask you this question?
Listen.
Can I ask you?
I'm not finished. No, you can't. Right? So what I'm telling you is that word God comes from a deity that comes from Germany, right? That deity is a fucking myth. So if the etymology of a word is a myth, then it also is a myth. You are a Christian. The Christian God is Yahweh, period. And the reason why is because it says so in Deuteronomy, right? Israel was given to Yahweh, right? We know for a fact that Yahweh is a member of the Canaanite pantheon, and he also has 72 brothers and sisters. These people's names are in your Bible. Baal, Baal, in your Bible. Anat, in your Bible. Asherah, which is his mom or his bitch, depending on which version of this myth that I'm describing to you that you believe. Yahweh has a father as well. And his father's name is Elohim. These are myths. So if your religion is based off of things and named after myths that we know aren't true, then your entire religion isn't true. It's a myth. You're Black. We know that Africans are the first human beings. The species of Homo sapien in itself is African, period. We know that we have no recollection, and I'm talking to you, can't go to Ethiopia with me because I have an anecdote for that. We know that prior to slavery, no West African had any knowledge of this fucking religion. That's a fact. So I don't see how you can even believe it unless, Paige, your premise is, thank you, God, for enslaving me, because if it wasn't for you, what for that white man, God, that you sent to me, we'd be in Africa worshiping trees. That's how you sound to me. Speak.
I mean, I just I understand what you're saying. I have been on trying to understand in depth, like alongside you, right? And I felt like you have understand a different depth than me. But I also have been in life or death situations, and
Me too.
I have
From the projects.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I don't know. I don't think that I just still don't believe that there's not a God out there for us. I feel like that is false.
Have you
I feel
seen
like
this
God, I feel like God is within us,
Do
right?
you notice that you always say feel? You feel like this. You feel. Have you ever confirmed any of these feelings?
Yeah, they're confirmed within me.
Well, how? Because you feel it? You confirmed your feelings by feeling it?
My confirmation is me breathing, living, and surviving till this
Your
day.
assumption. You assume because you could breathe that there is a God behind it, but you haven't proven that.
I haven't proven it by still breathing.
No, you haven't proven the God part. You're breathing because of your body. Your systems have not failed you. Once those fucking fail, you won't breathe anymore. But you haven't proven that a God is doing anything. You just feel that way because of your indoctrination, I'm guessing. Are you from America?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heavily indoctrinated from birth about a God concept. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't link such a thing because there's nothing tangible for you to observe and and say and make that link. It's all based off of your indoctrination. If you were somewhere else, you would have a different ideology. But
I guess I would say this, like, I moved away, like I felt further from God when I stopped like practicing religion, and then I ended up back at religion, and not in the sense of like I'm trying to bow down to religion, because the first religion was like church, right? Like, hey, you're in church. And then I'm like, okay, hey, there's something weird going on here, right? Like it's giving very much cultish, right?
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
is,
giving very much cult. And then I move away from that. And then I find God again within myself.
What does
like
that look like,
outside
though?
of anything that has to do with anyone who was in the church.
But what does that look like to you? Because I mean, I've been there too. I was a believer, went to church,
Good
found
evening.
out it was cultish. Yeah, good evening. Somebody's talking. I don't know why the fuck y'all come up here doing that stupid shit. But I found out it was cultish too. It didn't make any sense. So then I was like, I just need to have a relationship with God. Let me read a book. Let me pray. Let me, build this relationship with this being. But I'm really just building a relationship with me. And when you say, oh, you got away from God, like, what do you mean by that? Are you saying like you started to get into things that you deem are not good for you?
No, I stopped. When I say I got
I don't think
away
God
from
would have liked that introduction.
Yeah, okay, shut the fuck up, honey.
when I
Actually,
say
give me
I got away
comments.
from God, I mean that I was not actively practicing consistently. I was not actually practicing like spiritually every single day. I was just moving throughout my day without the thought of God in my head.
So you were getting away from the practices of this religion.
Not
You
even just
weren't
the
getting away
practices,
from an
just the
actual
thought
God.
of God.
The thought
That
of God, that's what I'm saying. It's in your head. You're just going through the motions. You were going through withdrawals because this has been your normal. It sounds like you were raised in this. So it's not like you're getting away from anything tangible, no tangible being. You're getting away from these normacies of this religion that you were
when you
raised
say
in.
tangible,
You
do you
probably
mean
going
in
to
the flesh?
praying. Anything. It doesn't have to be flesh. He could be anything. He's nothing. He's literally a concept in the mind. He's absolutely nothing that we can examine, that we can test, that we can probe, that we can do anything with. It's just in your head. That's what I'm saying. You don't have anything to link this idea that's in your head to reality. Unless you do, then what? What is it?
That's what I'm saying.
What
I
is it?
do though. Like
what?
I have lived my life through
the ideology.
Not see, and this is what I'm saying. I'm like, when we're on these lives, like, why do y'all not want to like try to understand? That's what I'm saying.
I'm
like,
trying to understand, but you're only telling me the same
Paige,
thing.
Yes, like Paige, like I'm listening to you, and normally, like, I'm gonna tell you something. Like this first time you ever been here. Most Christians that come up here, I can't stand them. They get on my nerves. You are actually okay, right? Because you're not being disrespectful or anything. But what Pretty Cat is saying to you is true. This is what I'm hearing. You're just saying over and over, right? That I just have this feeling inside. I know God is real because I've had this personal experience, and then we're pressing you about it. And I'm not even saying that. I'm just letting her talk to you. And it's just like, I got this feeling, and I got this feeling. That's what you're saying, basically.
So you think it's just a feeling, like a feeling, and it hasn't manifested to the flesh?
I'm
yes,
waiting to
but
hear
what you're
that.
doing now is Christianese. What you're saying is a feeling just manifested to the flesh. That doesn't really mean anything in reality. A feeling is just something that's in your mind that you think. Just like everyone has emotions.
So when people
Regardless if
pray, right, you don't think that when they pray, it doesn't eventually manifest to the flesh, is what you're telling me?
Absolutely
no,
not.
there's no such thing as manifesting to the flesh. That can't happen. Because guess what? There's never a time in your life when you're not in the flesh. You're one thing. So you can't just be like, all right, well, look, hold on, Paige, I'll be right back. I'm about to go get out the flesh. I'm gonna come right back to you. Hold on. No, you can't do that shit.
I'm not asking
You're
you to
always
do
in
that, though, right?
No.
I'm
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are. What I'm saying to you is this. That's not even possible because you're like manifesting it into the flesh. You're never outside of that. You're always just this. You feel me? So it's not like I can pray and make something happen. No, I'm just talking to myself. Also, Paige, I haven't even really been getting into it and going in on you because I can prove to you easily that prayer doesn't do shit. I can prove it to you. Would you like me to?
Sure.
Absolutely. Now, I like to ask people this question before I do. If you don't want to, right? But what is your highest level of education? I'm just generally asking. You don't got to answer.
A bachelor's in medical and science.
Okay, smart. Love it. And it's actually great that you said that. And the reason why is because that's the type of shit that I'm about to start talking to you about, right? The 2006 Harvard-led study of therapeutic effects of intercessory prayer, or STEP, found that remote prayers from strangers had no effect on recovery from heart bypass patients. And surprisingly, those who knew that they were being prayed for had slightly higher complication rates. Led by Dr. Herbert Benson, the $2.4 million study tracked 1,802 patients. Here are the key details and the findings of this study, right? Also, before I go on, that $2.4 million was paid. Again, what's the name of that fucking that organization? It's gonna come to me in a second. When I read it, usually I have it at the top of my head. It's gonna show one in the study, but usually I have it at the top of my head. The official name: the study of therapeutic effects. The therapeutic effects of intercessory prayer. STEP. The researcher, again, Dr. Herbert Benson, cardiologist at Harvard Medical School. Patients, 1,802 coronary artery bypass patients across 6 hospitals. The methodology: the patients were divided into 3 groups to test if prayer had worked and if knowing about it mattered. Group 1 received prayer but was not informed. Group 2, no prayer and was not informed. Group 3 received prayer, informed that they were being prayed for. The prayers conducted by Christian groups using first names and last initials for successful surgery with a quick recovery rate. The main finding: no positive effect. Intercessory prayer, praying for others, did not improve recovery outcomes. Negative impact of knowing. Patients who knew that they were being prayed for had a higher complication rate compared to the other groups. Potential reason for harm. Researchers suggested that knowing that they were being prayed for may have caused anxiety and performance anxiety in patients, leading to complications like atrial fibrillation. But the name of that group was the Templeton Foundation, and the reason for them conducting the study was in an attempt to prove that that prayer worked, but the opposite actually happened.
See, this is okay. I understand. I just want to understand why you guys have faith in Google and Harvard studies, but you don't have faith in God because.
Okay.
Wait. Can
Let me
I
answer the
finish?
question.
Can
Let
I
me answer the
finish?
question. Let me answer the question.
Can I
No.
finish?
You ask a
Yeah, I
question.
can't
You asked a
finish.
question.
I didn't finish my
No. You asked a
question.
question. Yes, you did. You asked a question. Now I'm going to answer you. You said, why do we have faith in a Harvard Medical School study, but not Jesus or God? Which one?
God.
So I can answer you correctly. Okay. The reason why is because I'm like you, right? I'm a person that relies on science. The thing about science, as you know, Paige, it's repeatable and it's also observable, right? This study, this information that I just gave you is very observable. Again, it's conducted by Dr. Herbert Benson, right? They did it 1,802 times, right? So it's repeatable. So to generally answer your question, the reason why I have faith, which is not even the way, that's not even faith, because again, well, hold on. The definition of faith is believing in something without having evidence. So you're actually using that word incorrectly. So I don't have faith in it. It's observable, right? It's repeatable. So the reason why I trust it and not in God, because I don't have any science or evidence to back God. That's why.
Okay. All right. I don't really have much to give left, but I mean, I'm happy to have this conversation with y'all. Have a good night. I don't really have much to say else. Like, I really
But
don't.
Paige, Paige, but listen, the shit that I've read to you, this is your field.
Yeah,
Right?
but I don't agree with that. I feel like
You feel like damn, man.
See, you tell us your
These
feelings.
people-
We talk about data. Paige, I'm not being mean to you. I'm being nice. You just got cussing motherfuckers out. Listen, we're taking data versus your emotions.
it doesn't come down to emotions though. Like I feel like when it comes to okay,
You feel.
let me take the word feel out, right? I see that with my eyes, right? Because our eyes can see in the same way that the people at Harvard saw. You can see, right, that there are certain things in your life that move a certain way without you having control over it. Right. Or
like what? Like what?
So have you prayed?
Yes.
Damn.
What is it? But I'm asking you a question. You said there's things in my life that they're out of my control to operate. What? What are you talking about?
There are certain things. Okay, so what in your life did you not have control over that has taught you a lesson?
You're the one making the claim.
I don't know.
I'm asking a
I don't
question.
know, Paige.
Answer the
I
question.
don't know.
What in
I
your
don't
life?
know.
What in your
I
life
don't know.
have you seen that has
I don't know.
taught you a lesson
Nothing.
that you had no control over? And what have you
Okay.
overcome? What
talking
have
about
you
what people do.
overcome?
Okay.
What have you
Okay.
overcome?
So the first question, I can't answer both of them because I'm gonna forget. What's the first question again? You're asking me too much shit.
Okay. What what in your life have you
Uh-huh.
overcome, right?
That's not the
that
first question.
you
That was the second
okay.
one.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What in your life? I can't even, I'm sorry, like this is crazy. What in your life have you been through and got through that you had no control over? And
Okay.
this is the second
okay, stop right
question.
there. Okay. So the first question, what have I been through in my life I had no control over? I used to have an addiction to alcohol, right? So guess what I did? I went to rehab. That's the end of that.
So there's nothing else in your life, in your lifetime, that you feel like you had no control over, but you still got over.
You mean like
when you're a child, you have no control over the situation you're in.
In your
financially.
adulthood.
You get big,
So you feel like you've
you
had
get big,
complete
you get
control
big,
over
you
your
start selling
adulthood.
rocks and yeah.
So everything
most
that
part.
you've done in your adulthood, you feel like you've had control over.
I put the bottle to my mouth, and when I got tired of being a fucking bum, I stopped.
you talking about shit people do to us that we have no control over?
No, nothing to do with anybody that has, like, anybody in the flesh has done anything to you. I'm
Well,
not
you
asking
gotta
about
give an
that.
All in the
example
flesh.
then.
I'm
We
not
all in the
asking about
flesh.
that.
You got to give an example.
all
Why are
in
you
the
trying to
flesh.
make us answer your question? We asked you for an example, and you asking us questions as if we trying to prove the point. I don't think that that's
Yeah,
true.
and I
so
gave
gotta
you
give an
data.
example.
I gave you data, and you giving me like some hypotheticals. What in your life have you went through? Man, what about that goddamn study that
I
proved
don't
that
really
your
care
damn
about the
stepdaddy don't
data
do
though,
shit?
because the data, there are certain things that you cannot measure that are not on this earth that you can be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like there's certain
Like
things that you
what?
cannot do that with. And
Like
y'all need
what?
to understand
what?
that. Like there's certain
Like
things
what?
that
Like
you
what?
cannot do that with.
Like what?
Like what? Like what?
I just told y'all.
No, you didn't. You just asked us.
Your
There are
feelings.
certain
Your feelings.
there are certain things that you cannot do that with. And when it comes to
Like
your
what?
life,
Y'all
think
just
about
used
your
to
life.
making
Think
claims.
about your life. I want both of y'all to reflect really
I
quickly.
already
I'm
have.
thinking about my life. I'm
Quickly.
thinking about the bullshit that you on, Paige. You on
She
some
ain't got
bullshit
nothing.
right now.
Bruh.
She want us to prove her point.
Please.
This is
Right. Think about your life, the hardship you went through, and what did you do?
Wasn't
Who
there
was
a
there for
magical
you?
experience that you couldn't control?
Is this an R&B song?
There wasn't.
Where Mary J. Blige at? Where she at?
Girl, you lost. You lost in the sauce. You got to give us an example.
Is it me or y'all?
It's you, because you don't care about
I think
the
it might
data.
be y'all.
You don't care about reality. You care about how you feel. That's it. I feel like this.
Right.
I care
feel
about
like
reality,
that.
but I live my
You
reality.
Don't care about reality.
I be in the field, right? Like in the field, in the trenches. I've been there, done that. And I still realize that there is a God. Like,
Where?
above
How do
me.
you know this? How have you substantiated this outside of your
Can y'all
feelings?
hear me now?
Why? You can't see it in the flesh. That's what I'm trying to tell
So you
y'all.
can't
Like,
prove it.
Everything's in the
It's just
flesh.
a thought process. It's something that
Okay.
you believe. You can't prove it. If I can't see it, if I can't experience it at all, then it's in your head.
so
Period.
you've never fell asleep at night and had a vision
A
about your
dream?
life.
You mean I never dreamed before? What the fuck?
Okay.
What are you
All right.
talking about?
All right, y'all.
We have dreams. Is that the
All right.
spiritual realm to
Fried.
you? Like, y'all be
Hey, you
crazy.
fried.
All right, let somebody else go because I can't sit here and keep hooting and hollering with y'all all night.
All
I gotta
right,
go,
thank
y'all.
you. All right, bye. Nobody. Asian religion, please. She goofy.
34 Christian.
What do you think about the backdrop?
Yeah. I mean, the prompt itself makes no sense due to the fact that he brought up some arbitrary study that was conducted back in 2006, which I will also counter with a recent study of the New York Times that and the conduction was made out of Pennsylvania University by Dr. Andrew Nurberg. It says reduced activity of the frontal lobe of glossolalia, which is quote unquote speaking in tongues, which there's increased activity inside the prefrontal cortex that actually reduces blood pressure, hypertension, which is the same thing.
So wait a minute. So wait a minute.
Hold on,
Wait a
hold on,
minute.
hold on.
Wait.
There we
So
go.
you said
There we go.
that
There we
speak.
go.
Listen. I don't care if you don't like it, and when I speak, don't fucking speak. So you're saying that a fucking New York Times study said that speaking in tongues makes your blood pressure go down. That's what you're saying.
Did I say that? No, I didn't. I said New York Times.
That's exactly.
No, that's not what I said. Hear what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you said.
No, that's not what I said. I said in Pennsylvania State University, which the New York Times actually posted on their site, which this study was done
said that speaking in tongues made your made your blood pressure go down. That's what you said, right?
You can go. You're right beside Google. You can Google
yes
it.
Or no? Yes or fucking no? I'm not Googling shit. Yes or no?
They're recording it. What do you not understand?
Yes or no? I'm asking. Listen, I'm telling you what I'm not understanding. I'm asking you a yes or no question. Are you saying that the study is saying that if you speak in tongues, because you said essentially that speaking in tongues, it makes your blood pressure go down? Yes or no?
Well, there's more to that, but yes.
Yes or no?
I literally just said yes.
I asked you 5 times, so I have to make sure that you
only
understand
answered
what the fuck I'm saying.
one time.
No, I asked you 5 fucking times, right? So again, this is my point. Prayer doesn't do anything physically.
Prove it.
I am a person. Listen to me. Stop fucking interrupting me. I am a person that used to donate blood when I was broke, right? When I was younger, when I used to be wild and out in these streets, right? So I understand that if you just sit still for short periods or long periods of time, irregardless if you are talking, praying, speaking in tongues, or any of the sorts, that your blood pressure will go down. And the reason why I know that is because sometimes, and do not fucking interrupt me if you do, hi-ya this motherfucker. The reason why I know that is because sometimes when I will go to these places, right, my vitals would not be right, right? So what they would advise us to do without any existence of God is to sit still and not move. So if your claim is that just because you're sitting there not doing anything, your blood pressure will go down, whoop-de-fucking do. Because I will make that claim as well. If you sit still, man, your blood pressure will go down. But it has nothing to do with prayer. You just wasted your time, nobody. Go ahead, Pretty Cut.
Can I respond to that?
I just want to know what the study taught.
Well, can I respond to what the host said real quick, and then I'll respond to you. So who says that they are sitting down? That's a claim that you're making. Nobody said, nowhere in the study does it said that you quote unquote sit down. They could be up
You don't
top.
have to sit down.
No, you don't.
You don't have to sit down. You don't
Exactly.
have to sit
so
down.
You've already conceded to the
but
point.
the point, no, I'm not conceding to anything.
You already
Listen to what I'm
conceded
saying
to it.
is, listen, nobody. This is the point. The point is is that you're keeping still.
No, you're not.
That's the point. Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. No, prove that they're
Yes, it
actually
is.
sitting down.
There is
Prove the
no.
study is.
There is no way. I didn't say that they're sitting down, right? So I'm not going with that. I'm not. That's not for me to prove. This is my point. The point is this, nobody. If you keep still, automatically your blood pressure will go down. In the sense that I was telling you, I sat down because I didn't want to stand up. It didn't have anything to do with me sitting down.
Well, I'm confused. What does your sitting down have to do with other people?
Listen. It doesn't. Sitting down part has nothing to do with it at all. This is the point. Listen. The point is if you be calm, right, even right now, your blood pressure will go down automatically.
What does that have to do with the prayer?
Point. The point is this: is either way, if you're sitting in well, not necessarily sitting, right? If you're keeping still, right, and you're devoting your time, and you're not worrying about anything else in the world, right, and you're not talking to other people, and you're not letting anything on outside bother you, right? The point is that you're keeping still, right? If you're praying, if you're doing this prayer, right, or if you're meditating and you're moving around, if you're jumping up and down, then it's not going to work. That same exact study that you're talking about, if you're speaking in tongues and you're moving, it's impossible for your blood pressure and things like that to go down because your body is moving. Like right now, just like me going like this, it's making my blood pressure go up. That's how human bodies work. So the point is this. The point is this. The point is this. If you keep still, your blood pressure will go down.
I'm sorry, your argument is not making any sense. What does
it is making sense?
It's to you.
It is making sense.
To me, it's not.
It's making sense. That's because you're not smart. Prayer doesn't do anything, right?
How am I not smart?
But if you're listen. It has to do with you because I'm talking to you. The point is this, right? If you keep still, your blood pressure will go down. You sat here and tried to tell us about a study that says if you talk in fucking tongues, right, it is linked to your fucking blood pressure going down. What I'm telling you is this: if you keep still, it'll naturally go down. There's nothing magical.
So where in the article does it say that these 5 individuals?
I never read the article. The article is irrelevant.
Okay,
it doesn't mean anything, nobody. It doesn't prove.
No, it literally does. It says
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't prove that prayer has any supernatural effects at all. It's only talking about how Reggie's right. Like he didn't even freaking look at it, but it's only saying how it makes people feel on a case by case basis. It's
no. Which study are you looking at?
I'm looking at the University of Pennsylvania neuroscientist by Andrew B. Newberg, right? The MD. Are you talking about Andrew's study?
Well, you can read it further in detail. That's the reason why I brought up the New York Times. So again, so what it says, so for example, it come out November 7th.
The New York Times part doesn't matter. And the reason why that doesn't matter is because I only care. No, it doesn't. It only matters what the fucking doctors say.
Well, they're only repeating. They're repeating what this. They're repeating what the conclusion is and the summary is.
It's what the doctor. It's what the doctor says. I don't care.
We're just going to summarize what the doctor's saying.
No. The newspaper has an agenda and it's biased. It has a political position.
I promise you, the New York Times is not.
Every fucking news outlet in America has a political agenda. The doctor doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, then I could counter that same logic with that Harvard study that you.
No, you cannot, because he's talking about the actual study, and I'm talking about your study. You want to talk about what New York Times is saying about the study? That's fucking stupid.
No, it's not, because I repeated the doctor. I repeated the doctor.
Supernatural effects. It's all natural things that happen when you just meditate or sit still and quiet your mind or focus on a particular thing.
That's what prayer is. It's meditation.
We already knew. No, it's communication. That is not there. It's fake.
The same thing.
You're not talking to any. No, it's not. Meditation and communicating with a being is not the same fucking thing. When you call your mother, when you call your mother, are you meditating when you're talking to a person, or are you having a conversation?
I'm meditating up on the conversation, but I'm
dumb as fuck. You're disingenuous. Shut the fuck up. You're disingenuous. Shut up. I don't want to hear that.
Well,
just shut the fuck up.
Also, so listen to this, right? From your logic, From your logic, nobody, right? Even if what you let's say what you're saying is 100% true, right? Let's just speak hypothetically, right? Say prayer, speaking in tongues, meditation, all of the above actually helps your blood pressure and things like that go down. Is that a cure for it?
Well, no, I mean, there's more to it. As I suggested, there's more to it.
Exactly. That's my point. No. I'm not talking about the rest of the point.
I'm trying to respond to your question.
You already answered it. You already answered
Literally
it.
didn't.
You answered it. Because if you have high blood pressure, right? If you have hypertension, you can pray all you want. You don't take that motherfucking medicine, you have a whole nother problem. So even if what you're saying is true for a temporary situation, the problem is still there.
Well, no, like I said, there's more to it. Just like, for example, that study also suggests, and this is neuroscience. You can simple Google search it. Neuroscience confirms prayer by brain strengthening, neuroplasticity, interactive regions within inside the brain, stress reduction, and health benefits.
That's not true. That's not true. There's no health benefits from it except for the ones I've already mentioned. Literally nothing. It literally doesn't, because no, it doesn't. There's no health benefits from prayer, none whatsoever, except for what we already mentioned. It can make your stress and anxiety go down.
Prove your claim. Don't just say no, it don't.
I already did. I already did prove it.
No, you did not. You
Yes, I did. Listen, the way I proved it is by the study that I read.
used one source.
Listen. The study that I read, yours actually confirms what I'm saying, because what's your study that you cited? It says that the only thing that it does is it makes your blood pressure go down and cures anxiety. So what I am saying to you is this: nothing outside of your mind does prayer help with. Period. Moving
According
along.
to psychology,
Sada, I already told you. Moving on, Sada. Let me get your age and religion.
Age late 20s. In religion, I'm a Christian.
Period.
Prayer makes no sense.
Sorry.
Prayer makes no sense. If your God is all knowing, He knows what you want and what you need. So why do you pray, Sada?
I mean, I pray for fellowship and communion with the Lord.
Okay. I can actually partially agree with that, right? Because if you're talking while you pray, then who am I to say that you're not, exercising a form of communication? So I give you that. Where I disagree with you is this: you're not going to tell me with a straight face that somebody talking back to you now. You ain't going to do that.
You said no one is talking back to me?
Hell no, ain't nobody talking back to you.
See, here's the thing. God doesn't talk back, in ways that
God doesn't talk back.
People may think that He talks back, right?
No, period. Period.
No, He talks
you have five
back.
senses, Sada.
He talks back.
Okay, so
He
in your
talks back to me on the daily.
Okay, so Sada, how? I don't want to hear He talks to your heart, because your heart only pumps blood. How does God talk back to you? Tell me.
Through worship, through prayer, through His word.
Listen,
when I'm reading His
you're not
word,
making
through
sense,
prayer,
Sada. You're not making sense. That don't make sense. I'm saying to you that you pray, and that's a form of communication, right? I'm asking you how He talks back, and your answer to me, Sada, is through prayer. How? He pray to you? How? You talking to yourself and you're pretending like somebody's saying what you want to hear. Ain't nobody saying nothing back to you, Sada.
You're unmuted. Whenever the host speaks, y'all need to be quiet. It's very rude.
But I'm confused when the host is asking a question, but I can't.
Yeah,
be
you
allowed
are
to
confused, and I'm telling you right
answer
now,
the
when he's
question.
speaking, be quiet. That's simple.
Wait, so can I answer the question that Daddy asked me, or should I
Yeah,
not
is he
answer the
quiet?
question?
Go ahead, answer the question.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, that we're all on the same page. But
So,
as I was
Sada,
saying,
Sada, I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna repeat it to you.
okay.
So I asked you, why do you pray? You said because it's communication with God.
Yes,
so
sir.
my question to you was, is how is He communicating back to you? And your answer was to me through prayer. How?
Before I answer,
No,
Bible.
ain't no before you answer. I'm asking you a straight up question. I asked you, how is prayer Him talking
What
back
is
to you if prayer is communication to Him? How? You trying to avoid what I'm asking you.
I'm literally answering your question, sir. If you
No,
allow
you're not.
me to.
No, you're not. What you said to me was before I
What you
answered.
don't
I'm
want to
telling
hear
you,
is the
fuck.
truth.
No,
What
no,
you
no, no,
don't
no,
want to
no,
hear,
no.
and what
No,
it
I'm
is
asking
that
you a
your
question.
demon.
No, Sada, this is what it is. You can get the finger, the middle. Dewey. Let me get your age and religion.
You got a little bit of sugar in your tank.
No,
You
I don't.
sound like you do.
I got a lot of kush. Got a lot of kush in my lungs. So every time I go like that, I'm smoking.
Not him coming off talking about period, and then gonna tell somebody they got some salt, some sugar in their tank.
Some
Boy,
sugar in their tank. You
I
came up
ain't
here to tell
getting
me
no
that
more.
shit. You sat right there and waited all that goddamn time to tell me that bullshit. Fuck
That
wrong
shit's
with you?
crazy. He sound just like that guy. I ain't gay no more. I like women. Nigga, you know you lying to yourself. All for that guy. All for some spiritual dick. That don't make no sense. Be true to yourself. Reggie is not. He doesn't float that way. So I'm trying to convince him so you can get a piece. Like, y'all are fucking weird.
Right. Gonna be in my inbox later like, fuck you.
You want to have Bible
Fuck
study
you.
later?
Right. Fuck you.
I guess you. Yeah, he would. I unmuted. I had look to the person I muted on accident. My bad. He said, "What's up, cat?" in caps, and I thought she was the other motherfucker, but I don't know who you were. But inbox me.
Afro.
Real unchristian thing to say. The Lord's word is true.
Solar. Let me get your age and religion. Solar. Let me get your age and religion. Man, your internet is fried. Solar, I'm finna kick you because we can't hear you. You sound like you're on a 1987 BC goddamn radio. Squirrel or whatever, however the fuck you say it, man. Let me get your age and religion. $605. Let me get your age and religion.
I'm 40. I'm so sorry. I gotta mute my. I got like 3 different podcasts going. God dang it! 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm 40 and I'm not religious. I'm secular Jewish.
Prayer makes no sense. If your God is all knowing, He knows what you want and what you need. How you feel about the backdrop?
Oh no, I agree with you 100%. I wanted to speak to that study that guy was talking about. The study specifically talks about the relationship between speaking in tongues and like activity in the brain, and it actually shows that there's less activity in the brain. And it just doesn't make sense because if God was going to speak through you, wouldn't God use the tools that God created?
That's the case. It's the Holy Spirit, the Paraclete, which is actually speaking. I don't know why I'm being muted because I was being.
Because nobody wasn't talking to you.
No, he asked you.
Do you ask him a question?
That thing, the Holy Spirit. I was just making the point. It doesn't make sense that the Holy Spirit wouldn't use and do the talking.
My bad, Squirrel. Were you talking to nobody?
I was just making the point. It just doesn't make sense. Like the whole idea that the Holy Spirit is doing the talking, but like, why wouldn't the Holy Spirit use the brain, right, to do the talking? Like, why would the Holy Spirit like shut the brain down so that it can speak? It doesn't make sense. Like the brain is the tool, whatever. I don't know. Like the process doesn't follow.
Yeah.
Like, why is it then like you're inserting that the Holy Spirit, or they're inserting, not you guys, obviously, but like, yeah, he's inserting this spirit. It's like makes sense. So, but yeah, the study is.
Well, if it's bogus, then why is it being recorded?
Wow. And so we only record studies that are not bogus.
Well,
Great
nobody said.
logic,
Well, obviously,
everybody.
it's not bogus, or
And
it
it's
wouldn't have
not
been
bogus.
recorded.
You just don't fucking understand it. You're trying to portray it as a
I
thing to
don't
prove
understand it.
prayer.
I
No, you
cited it,
don't.
but I don't
You don't.
understand it.
It doesn't matter if you cite it. People cite shit that they don't understand all the time. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so tell me
Your
what I didn't
study
understand.
proves that prayer doesn't do
no.
shit, and it
Tell
only
me
is in
what
your
I
head.
did not understand.
We just made the
you
point
don't
that you
understand that
inserted the
prayer.
claim.
No.
Prayer
I didn't
is
insert the claim. I'm
communication.
cited a source.
No,
Okay.
you cited a source that inserted the claim. You didn't explain where the relationship between the shutting down of the brain actually equates to the Holy Spirit. The
Well,
only thing
that's
you
what I was
have is that
getting
it
to.
shuts
I
down
kept
the.
getting muted.
Again, you didn't establish the relationship though. You
Okay,
just jumped from one conclusion to another conclusion that doesn't follow.
Well, no, it actually does follow. It's called meditation because that's the same thing as prayer. So therefore, it just like, for
No,
example,
it's not. That's
yes,
where you're wrong.
Holy shit! Listen to the argument.
Prayer and speaking in tongues are not the same thing.
Yes, they
for
are.
brain
David.
activity.
Okay, for example,
they don't
David
show up the
cites it.
same. No, they don't. And it
They literally
states that
do.
in the
David
study.
shows you that
You didn't read the
Psalms.
study. You need to read the abstract of that study so you understand what they tested. That's it.
Okay, yeah. So in regards to meditation, it's clearly what I said. David did it in the book of Psalms. He clearly says it. He even says it as a title, the meditations. So the point there is, yes, it's the meditations of what's bringing and reducing, for example, hypertension.
You keep saying that all the time. All you're doing is keeping still. That is the reason why it's making your fucking blood pressure go down. That's the only reason why. It has nothing to do with meditation or praying.
Failed to show
And
where they are
meditation
sitting
is
down.
not the same thing as speaking in tongues. The showing of brain activity in meditation is actually there's an increased amount of brain activity. However, in speaking in tongues, it is a decreased amount in the areas where it would need to be. When you see meditation, you see in the full frontal cortex, the limbic, and the brainstem, a higher amount of activity. So what you're
where's the
saying,
activity come
the
from?
two relationships are opposing.
Activity of what?
In meditation, which one are you asking
You
about?
said there's
activity of what
you
for
said
which
there's-
study?
You said there's decreased activity.
Yes, in speaking in tongues, there's decreased activity in the language centers and basically overall throughout the brain.
Okay, so
But when
what
you
is
get
that
to
activity?
hang on, man, let me finish the fucking the comparison here. When you get to meditation, that activity relationship is inverse. It's increased in all the areas where meditation would be a focus.
Okay, so
Do you
that's
understand
irrelevant.
the difference?
It's irrelevant to what you just said. What I'm asking for, what is the activity that is being introduced? That's what I'm asking.
There-
That's what's important.
I just said it. I just gave
No,
you the
you
two
didn't.
activities.
You're
One is
dancing around it.
meditation. The other is speaking in tongues. The brain activity in speaking in tongues is decreased, whereas the brain activity in meditation is increased. The two
Then it's simple.
relationships are
It's simple.
fucking
The reason
opposing.
why it's simple. Listen,
it's
the
not
reason
simple.
why it's simple. It's simple. Yes, it is. Because when you're fucking speaking in tongues, you're saying a whole bunch of right? And when you're meditating, right, you're still and you're calm, right? So when you're still and you're calm, you're going to naturally have more brain activity and you can think straight, right? It gives you time to make your mind be clear and things like that. But when you're speaking in tongues, you are literally making your blood pressure go up. And the reason why is because you're doing something. Every time you do something, your blood pressure goes up versus when you're meditating and you're keeping still. Nobody. This is common fucking sense. You don't even have to use a fucking study to know that.
So host, I got a question. So for some people, they call it prayer.
How do you say your name?
El
Renee?
Renee, you was good. This is good. It don't
Hi.
matter.
What's your age and religion?
And I'm not religious. I literally I think I'm a non-believer, but I'm not for sure. I've just been listening to stuff trying to figure out. See, everything has a title. Everything has a title, which is an issue for me. Because so right now I'm trying to think, okay, am I an agnostic, or am I atheist? I know I'm not religious. I know I'm not a Christian.
You
but
believe in God or Jesus?
I believe in God.
Okay, so you still believe in God, so you're not a atheist. We don't believe in God at all.
I
But
mean, I'm
you're
trying to.
questioning. What's your question, though? I just wanted to know your background for a second.
Well, okay, so what's confusing, I think, to a lot of people who's in the place where I'm at, is that there are still titles attached. And so it's like, am I a believer or a non-believer? Because when I say to you that I believe in God, for me, God is the nature. Because I feel like man can't do that, so that's God. But when I think in terms of a Jesus or a God figure that we've been indoctrinated to see, in this picture comes up, I don't really believe in that.
So you
I don't
believe there's a
believe in.
being that created nature?
I'm
Or
not sure. I'm really
Okay.
truly not sure. I'm really truly not.
Okay, you
I'm
may be
really
agnostic.
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
I like that. At least she's like, she's trying to be
Yeah.
honest with herself, like,
she's
which
thinking.
is cool. Yeah, and I kind of see it like I see Neil deGrasse Tyson kind of address this a lot. Like what we don't know might not necessarily be God. It might just be that we don't have the tools to measure it just yet.
I know for sure that I don't believe in the Bible. I know for sure that I don't believe in the Bible. And I know why I don't believe in the Bible. And so everything that I'm a part of, that I always ask the question, why? But why is that happening? Why is that? I always ask that question, right? And so the Bible is very confusing. It says in the Bible that God is not the author of confusion. Yet when I talk to a bunch of Christians, which is you encounter them more than anybody. And and I've gotten to the point where I don't want to be disrespectful, but I see a whole bunch of, can I cuss? Can I cuss? Is that okay? Can I see it?
Absolutely, yeah.
I see a whole bunch of fucking dumb Christians. A whole bunch of them. It's like when we, start out having a conversation about something else, and then all of a sudden they'll bring their religion in and want to invite me to church and stuff like that. And I say to them, I do not go to church. And I have to say it more than once. I don't go to church. Don't invite me. Now we can be friends. We can foster a friendship or whatever. It's at that point when I say I don't go to church, don't invite me, that there's no friendship. There is no fostering of friendship. So I'm trying
why?
Really, why?
Because they're gang members. Think about it like this. You can clearly see with your eyes, right? Think about people that are in prison, right? The
Yeah.
Nation of Islam,
Yeah.
Muslims in prison, right? That's
Yeah.
a gang, right?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
So Christians are too. If you don't go along with them and you don't want to be a member, they don't like you. They're a gang.
But
they're good at that Trojan horse shit too. They want to be friends. They want to give you a little bread sometime, invite you, and then they hit you with that word shit. That's why I don't trust them. They can't be friends either.
But are atheist gang members also?
No, we don't agree on everything, and we're not a body. We only thing we agree on is that there is no God. We don't believe in a God. That's
Right,
it.
right. Everything else, there's a lot more like nuance to the different not ideologies, but ideas that kind of guide atheist philosophy. And that's the other thing, is not every atheist arrives there through philosophy. Some just look at things and say, yeah, I'm not for me. And then they just, they dissociate and never enter the whole God relationship thing, and even really never even enter the conversations, which is, I've met so many different people from so many different walks of life that are like agnostic atheists, or just agnostic, or, like Kat was saying, there's a lot of different categories to it, kind of like denominations, but the difference is that we don't all believe the same thing. there is vast differences between what many of us believe versus like where you look at Christians. It's not a monolith, but there's definitely a lot of consistency of belief and approach and apologetics. Whereas like you don't see that. Most atheists have different reasonings for where they attach their not beliefs but understandings. Yeah.
But okay, so now the key word was beliefs. Beliefs. Okay, that's the key word. So you say that atheists agree that there is no God.
Believe in a God. There's nothing for us to believe. We agree that there is no God for us to believe in. Until there is a God, then we don't.
But I've also heard. I've been into a couple of lives that I go into that are atheists, where they say not only is there no God, but when a Christian comes up and say, okay, well, where did you come from? And they all say, I came from my mother and my father.
Yeah, we all came from Coochie.
But that's
Okay.
true.
It's,
That's
okay,
true.
they all believe in that. And
We don't have to believe in that though. You're not
That's
getting
true.
No, that's just
I'm not getting. I said to you initially that this is totally confusing to me, and because I'm trying to figure out me. I'm trying to figure out me, and it's like I hear stuff and I agree with stuff. There is nothing I can say to you that for me the Bible is a book of fables. It's certain things that I read in the Bible, and I can attribute that to what's going on day to day. Like, say for instance, when they say you give a man a fish, he'll eat for today, but if you teach him to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. So I agree with that. Okay,
That's nothing
so
special though. That's just common. That's common sense. There's nothing special like that. Like, treat your neighbor how you want him to treat you. That's all just common like sense. There's nothing special about that.
But where did we learn that from?
What you mean? Where do we learn that from? People have children, just like no different than a damn panther, right? A cheetah. They naturally know to teach their children without an instruction manual, right?
But
to
every
hunt.
human don't
They
know
naturally.
that. Wait.
Yeah. Listen. Yes, they do. Yes, we do. We are smarter than what you think. Our parents teach us this shit.
Actually,
Naturally. There's never been an instruction manual. And on top of that, you're thinking very small-minded. And this is why. Human life that we know of in this stage of Homo sapien, bare minimum is 300,000 years old. You think that, 2,000 years ago, see, I can equate this to life. How did they know that? Man, they been knew that shit. They been knew that.
Okay, so
ain't
how
nothing
do
new.
you attribute? So tell me this. How do you attribute? So now we're humans, and it's like basically common sense. Okay, there's certain things you're supposed to do that works for life, and certain things that don't. So how do we know as humans that there are certain things you're just not supposed to do? But people still
trial and error. Trial and error. The same way we know how to hunt. The same way cheaters know how to hunt. Trial and error. We know. Listen. Let me tell you. We know not to unalive people. This is how we know. Because at one point, El Renee, we didn't have weapons. We didn't have pew-pews. So we weren't always at listen. No, we haven't. We had to learn how to make them.
We have pew-pews.
Listen, no. You ain't listening. And you're gonna have to stop interrupting me. I don't go fuck how old you is. The bottom line is this: we haven't always known how to make weapons and things like that. We haven't always had them, right? So we know not to unalive other human beings. And the reason why we know not to unalive other human beings is because we knew to have survival in numbers. We knew if we stick together that we had a better chance of survival. We knew that if we stick together that we can take down this bear this
And
gorilla,
that's why we
these
became
dogs, and
tribes.
things like that. Right. So that's why we became tribes, and that's why we stuck together like that. So we knew if you unalive somebody, right, your numbers would be slimmer. We also knew that we naturally care about our families and our brothers and sisters and our mothers and our, and things like that. So if you do something to somebody's family, then you're going to have a problem. If you take something from somebody, right, this is trial and error, right? Again, this is a book that you're talking about that's only 2,000 years old. People knew how to do all the things that you're asking me about for 280,000 years way before that. And if they didn't, we would have never survived.
So, host, why do some people do the opposite?
Because it's subjective. It's not the same everywhere, but we do have overlapping morals throughout the world, which are things that also benefit us. Like if I go and steal or unalive people, then I can expect some trouble coming my way. We just know these things based off of, experience. So we naturally won't do that shit unless it means unless we really need something. Like that's why it's kind of subjective, because you might say it's wrong to unalive somebody, but somebody might say it's better for me to unalive them for my family to survive. And there's nothing that you can say to them that'll change their mind. Like they won't care. They'll end your life just to preserve their own or their family. Majority is survival, and we do have empathy for people because we are human. We feel what it is to go through certain experiences, and then sometimes we don't want to put other people through that shit. It's not that complicated. It's not some divine being that gave us some morals.
It's complicated, pretty. It is. It's complicated.
No, I understand that.
We
It's
make it
because of the
complicated.
we didn't walk ourselves through this like in school and that, because we already accepted the whole biblical explanation. But the truth of the matter is that building civilization and building the tribe and creating society was actually a really slow process. And as humans and other hominids like Australopithecus and Homo erectus and Homo parlictus, as they were all walking the earth, our numbers were very slim. So like as we introduce and come across other hominids, we're going to be more likely to cooperate because our survival is actually improved, or our survival chances are improved through that cooperation. Division of labor proved necessary for our survival, and it proved fruitful in that survival. And then that basically got passed down in preservatives for the tribe and tribes and different ways to do that preservative. So that's why we have different laws like not eating shellfish and not eating bovine creatures, because they tended to have different bacteria that we didn't know how to cook out at the time, right? So a lot of these prescriptions are just like superstitious ideas about survival, because survival amongst the human species is really, there are some objective truths, one of which is we survive better in cooperation. Another objective truth is that competition only yields so much, cooperation yields a lot more. There's just a few, but around those few, we find a whole subject and a myriad of different prescriptions for life. And many of those prescriptions don't just exist within the Bible. If you go back a little further, you can see Acadia, Babylon, Mesopotamia, and Sumeria, and you see that those prescriptions are actually present in those religions as well as some of the non-religious temples of Babylon having, secular ideas and that they put forth for, I don't treat others as I would not want to be treated, because this will only come back onto me, and et cetera, et cetera. And then you just have the different religions as they grow through the time, adapting their religion to those philosophies.
Okay, I got that. So let me ask you a question. So with all that said, because I literally had to like pick through what you said and based in condense it down so it made sense to me. Okay. So with all that said, when I came on, we were talking about prayer versus meditation. Do atheists do any of those?
Some meditate, but no one pray. Because we don't. There's nothing for us to pray to. We don't believe in it.
Right.
What
I mean,
about
I pray
meditation?
to the scientific method that I don't screw it up when I perform, whatever experiments I'm doing, that I stay true to the method and don't insert my bias. But that's
So
just a
when
joke.
you pray, you
We
said
don't
you pray. That's
pray.
your word.
I was
He
just
said you
No, I
pray.
don't pray. I don't pray. Listen, no, it's a no both situations for me. I have other ways of wasting my time. My personal favorite way is be on TikTok, and my second favorite, which is probably the first one, is smoking weed. I don't do neither one of them bullshit.
Atheists
So when you
they also thank God.
when you want to like manifest something, let's just say.
No, I
We
don't
get
do
to
that. I don't do
work.
that neither. I
We
don't
fucking
manifest none of that shit. I don't manifest nothing. I don't manifest. I don't pray. None of that. I just do it. Like night. I don't do none of that shit.
Okay. So on here, you said that, okay, host said that he don't pray or manifest none of that stuff like that. But you also said initially that you are not all in agreement. You don't do the same thing.
But
So
prayer has to do with a deity or to communicate
Yes.
with something outside of us, and we don't believe in anything. So you should already know that we don't pray either. Who are we praying to?
what about meditation?
Meditation,
No,
some people
it's a
do
waste of
meditate,
time.
but because meditation is just you going within, you quiet in your mind. Maybe you got anxiety, or maybe you want to, I don't know what the fuck ever you want to do with that, but it's not you communicating with the deity. So some do.
Okay. I got that. I understood that. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
just
I was
trying
gonna say I do a little bit of meditating, but it's because I have autism and I have really bad social skills. So before I like come onto these lives, I smoke a little bit and I meditate so that way I don't sound like a complete fucking moron.
Okay. I understood that. Like I said, I'm really trying to figure this. I really truly am. Because you guys, I'm sure you guys understand that within our family and people outside of our friends and stuff like that, it's almost like every other person you meet is a Christian. And
That's normal.
and I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody. I really don't. I really try not to be disrespectful, and if that's whatever somebody believes in, then I respect, okay, that's what you believe in. But when I say to a person, a Christian mainly, when I say to a Christian that I don't go to church, and like you said, when you said about prayer, I believe that God, if there's a God, he already knows what we want. So why are we praying? He already knows what's the purpose. And I've been asking that question. Okay, he already know what I want. So what's the purpose of me doing that? I'm trying to really truly figure this out. I have to tell you this, that because my parents did not make me go to church. My father did not believe in he abhorred preachers. My mama kind of followed along. There was not conversation or anything like that. But I had a sister, my oldest sister, that became a Christian. I don't know how, I don't know what happened, but she became a Christian. And I would go to church with her. And when I went, I would think in terms of, okay, there's a choir, I can sing. I'll go ahead and I'll sing with the choir and stuff like that. But I never, when they talked about the Bible and stuff, it was something in me that just did not believe. And just recently, I learned about the Gnostics. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I learned about the Gnostics, and then I was like, so initially I said, I was on another live and I said, I just recently learned that books were removed from the Bible, and then somebody said, no, the books were not removed. Those were never entered into the Bible. So then I was confused again.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to find out the truth. Is there a truth? Is there a truth?
The truth is around you. Reality.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't got to look in a book to find out what the truth is. You can look in a book to understand your reality more better, things that are around you. But if you're looking for the
Can I plug a show you can watch, or like a podcast you can check out on YouTube? It's called Myth Vision. It's with Derek Lambert. He's like a really, really well studied biblical, not theologian, like scholar, I would just say, because he's not a believer. And he goes through so many different like biblical scholars and Hebrew scholars and different professors and doctors that are literally published and cited repeatedly for these subjects. And the stuff that he breaks down for not just Christian religion, but also Islam and early Judaism is
okay. Wait. Mythism by who? I'm writing it down.
Myth Vision.
Oh,
by
Myth
Derek.
Vision.
Yes, Myth Vision.
Uh-huh.
By Derek Lambert. Derek Lambert.
Okay. And that's on YouTube.
Yes. Yep. And he's got pages everywhere else, like Instagram, Facebook, and all that. But on YouTube is where a lot of his work is published, and where he goes through and has like real published doctor scholars, like PhD scholars, have good discussions on this content and these different questions. And it's amazing what he has unpacked for a lot of people, myself included. Granted, I started deconstructing in 2007 in the Army, which was like what you're saying, how it's a lonely world out here. It is. It's extremely lonely. There's not a lot of people that are, like I said, there's different atheists. Like I'm of the atheist type that I simply reject the fact that there just is no evidence for God. If someone brought me the evidence and it was irrefutable, I would believe, but I wouldn't worship. Right? Same thing. Like there's no evidence, and I don't see that.
So, El Renee, do you know what the Council of Nicaea is?
No.
Okay, write that down.
Okay, hold on. I gotta walk back. Wait a minute. The Council
Nicaea.
Spelled Nicaea. N-I-C-E-A. Nicaea. Okay. And what is that?
Okay, that's the answer to the question that you were just talking about. I heard when you were talking about adding and removing books from the Bible, that will give you a thorough explanation to that.
Okay.
What that is when they decided or canonized. That's the key word. You're going to hear that word. That's when they decided what books were going to go in which Bibles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and why they added and why they took out and everything else. That's going to tell you why once you review that.
Okay.
Basically, a bunch of people had a meeting and said, we're going to put this book in here. We're going to take these books out based on this, which they dated, the dating and what they liked and what they didn't like. That's why you have the Catholic Bible, Ethiopian Bible, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, the Ethiopian Bible is the Coptic Bible, and it's the oldest Bible, right?
Not really.
No.
Because
there's a Muslim Bible which was made about 135, but most of what was in it did not make it into the canon during the first council.
Right. So what he's saying to you in layman's terms is this: that book, some of the books that they fucking didn't put in the Bible that we see is because they didn't like it. That's what he's saying to you. Most of the books in the Ethiopian Bible did not make it to the Bible that we see today. It's not the oldest Bible, and it doesn't make any sense because do you know the original language of the New Testament Bible? Do you know what it is?
Greek, Hebrew,
right.
And Chaldean.
No, it's Greek. So those people don't speak Greek. So you would have had to either taught them Greek first or translate it into a language that they can understand. They're Africans. They're not Greeks, right? So they don't speak Greek. So it's impossible for the oldest Bible to be Ethiopian. That's not even logical. Also, I don't know why people go to Ethiopia when the neighboring country to fucking Israel, Judea, and all that shit is Egypt.
Okay, wait a minute, host. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Say that again about the Coptic Bible, and you said that the Greek people didn't speak the same language.
No, this is
So
what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying to you. Because the New Testament, all the writings about Jesus are in Greek,
okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
Ethiopians are Africans. They don't know Greek. So
Okay.
it would be impossible for the first Bible to be in from Ethiopia because they don't even know the language. They didn't get their Bible to about 400 something AD after the Council of Nicaea.
Damn, I got see this is like this is like a lot. Okay. So if I
That
read
makes sense. If you think about it, is Jesus
yes, it
from
does.
Ethiopia? No,
No,
he's from
no.
fucking Israel, right?
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
they would have had to taught him that shit.
So why have they been saying that the oldest Bible is the Coptic Bible?
To pull the wool over your head as a black person and make you still believe the bullshit. That's why.
So what is the oldest Bible?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing. You know why? There's no such thing. You know why? Because if you think about it, the Old Testament, do you know what that is?
When you ask me, do I know what it is? Do you mean the language or what?
No. I'm asking you, do you know what it is literally?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
It's the Torah. So you can't say that, oh, what's the oldest Bible? Because you took a book, added some bullshit to it, and then renamed both of them.
And the Torah does exactly that too. Like the story of Moses is actually stolen from Arcadia, and like this story of Joshua and all that is stolen from a Sumerian myth. So there, a lot of it is just adapted. And here's the other kind of cool part is a lot of people suggest that it's possible that the Jews were just the different parts of the tribes of Sumeria and Babylon that escaped whatever happened to these civilizations that caused them to fall, which seems to be rather abruptly. And we think it's not we. I'm not a scholar. The scholars think that it was like climate change, like there was just a severe set of winters that like ruined these civilizations.
So, I mean, they're all from roughly the same area. So, I mean, that would only make sense, especially if we go back to the earlier conversation about the Canaanites and all that shit. You just a whole bunch of people walking around remixing the religions and passing it to each other, adding different shit to it. And here we go.
Okay, but okay, so like if we go from the Old Testament, and I'm thinking in terms of Noah and his sons, his 3 sons. Was there a religion then?
Yeah, again, so that Noah story, I forgot that that's also taken. It's called the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's Babylonian.
What is Babylon? Because when I hear Babylonia, I think in terms of it was a chaos. Is that what
No, so
Babylon?
that's exactly why they refer to it as chaos, because Babylon had fallen probably just before like a lot of the more canonized Old Testament was written, and that's why it gets referred to as that like state of chaos, is because whatever had happened caused a lot of like damage and just very visible destruction. And this is something that is just harkened back to as like a learned point, but not necessarily like a moment of truth. Like we don't really have a direct explanation for what happened. We just know that there is signs of heavy life, and then you see an abrupt slowing of that life, and then a disappearance, basically.
Okay, so based on what I've heard, and I'm a kind of like stop and so that I could look at the Council of Nicaea, and also the Myth Vision by Derek Lambert. But based on what I've heard, somebody came along at some point and said, okay, this is what it is now, the religion. And the only based, and I would guess that would be the Jewish religion for the Torah, for the Old Testament. And then somebody came along and said, okay, they took a part out of it and said, okay, we're Muslim. And they took another part out of it, or before it got written or whatever, and said, okay, everybody just followed somebody who they perceived as a leader.
So not necessarily. So what happened was is after the Council of Nicaea, the Holy Roman Empire is kind of born, and it more or less kind of blesses and gives credence to the French kingdom and the Germanic kingdom and the English kingdom. And these crowns then kind of hold over Europe for some time. And in that process, right, anybody who doesn't conform to Holy Roman belief, which then becomes the Catholic Church, was more or less schmorchered and unalived. So it was forced onto everyone for centuries until it was more or less, you just didn't question it. That's what you did.
But was it forced because there was a like who okay, I gotta tell you guys, I'm really trying to make sense of all of this, okay? And so part of me feels like, God damn, I'm just really stupid right here. And maybe I shouldn't even use that word, but just like really totally confused, and I'm trying to make sense of it, okay? But so, and I always try to break things down to the minute level so it makes sense to me. So right now, what I'm understanding is that we have these different religions because there was some ruler, some leader that said that this is what it is now. It's
But are all the friendlies here?
I'm trying to take is this the place?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Where we read the Bible stories.
On
Or were
Monday,
you gonna play?
Sorry, Lex. Sorry, I'm a bit
No, go
delayed.
ahead.
On Zena's thing on Monday. Sorry guys, I have a lisp. If you're new or you just joined, or if you're Joshua, I have a lisp because I have a tongue piercing. I don't sound like this, but yeah, I'm sure you know that. But like, for Zena's thing, I've written a poem